Good evening and welcome to the Stephen Strong Show. I'm your host, Stephen Strong, where the sun is always shining and your host is never weak. Just kidding, of course. This is SHN Football Friday, and this is the last regular season game, or week rather, of SHN Football Friday and of Texas high school football in and around all of the area. So we, obviously my good friend and colleague Justin Simmons is off tonight, so we will just have me here, but we will of course have all of the scoreboard updates that Justin always provides, and of course you can catch him at the Smash Simmons on Twitter and Instagram, as well as me at Probably Strong on those as well. You can also follow us at SHN Sports on both of those. You can also, there we go, getting all set up here. You can also call us at the number above my head. You can text us at the number above my head. We'll never answer, but feel free to leave a voicemail with your thoughts. Obviously, a little bit of a late start for this last regular season broadcast tonight. But we are getting going, and because of that late start, a lot of these games obviously already in progress. So let's go ahead and get you a Grand Endeavor Homes scoreboard update. Of course, coming to you live from the Georgetown Jewelry Studio, and we appreciate our other sponsor, Georgetown Shirt Company, as well. So let's go ahead and get into the scores from around the area tonight. Beginning with where it is halftime with Vandergrift and Stony Point, and Vandergrift on top in that one, 10-7. Then over in Cedar Park, they're taking care of Manor so far. 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Cedar Park on top, 42-10. Between Brenham and Weiss, it's a tie at halftime with 7. 3:17 to go in the second quarter. Cedar Creek on top of Marble Falls, 14-7. It's halftime over at McNeil, where Hendrickson is on top, 14-0. 2:29 to go in the second quarter. Hutto on top over Rouse, 13-6. Also, I apologize if my voice is going out. It's been rough all week, and we'll get through it. But just bear with me. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second half already underway at Westwood, where Cedar Ridge is on top, 34-21. And at halftime over at Elgin, ECU having a tough time here against a solid Elgin team this year, as they are already down 35-0 in that game. That game, of course, on the SHN Sports Network. You can see what all games we have live at shnsports.com. Continuing the update, just the start of the second quarter, Holland on top of Milano, 29-0. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Moody is on top of Itasaka, 21-16. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gerald on top of Manor New Tech, 14-0. Gerald trying to finish the year on a high note after a bit of a rocky season, up and down with some lows and some highs. 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Rockdale all over Academy, 20-0. 9:28 to go in the second quarter. Rogers on top of Clifton, 14-7. Moving on to Taylor, where the Ducks are trailing with 10:48 to go in the second quarter. Burnett High School on top, 7-0. 11:06 to go in the second quarter, with Dripping Springs on top of Crockett, 17-0. Second quarter just underway over at Lago Vista, where Cameron Yo leads it 7-6. 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Lake Travis on top of Anderson, 21-7. And at the end of the first quarter, LBJ on top of Seguin, 14-10. 11:45 to go in the second quarter. Midway on top of Belton, 7-0. 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Del Valle, 14, Hayes, 7. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Westlake toppling Bowie so far, 21-0. 32 seconds to go in the second quarter. Bastrop on top of Glenn, 20-7. And Temple taking on Coppers Cove, halftime there, 10-7, Temple on top. And with 8:24 to go in the second quarter, Shoemakers on top of Harker Heights, 7-0. couple of the finals from yesterday, this game on SHN Sports, and had to be a big win for Georgetown as they continued to try to live out what happened at the end of last year's regular season, and it looks like they've completed that storybook as far as the regular season goes, identical to last year in terms of the way the schedule played out and the wins that they got as they beat Connolly last night 41-13. A barn burner over at Round Rock where Vista Ridge beat Round Rock 41-38. Colleen on top of Waco as they beat Waco 37-7. And Northeast Early College High School beats Navarro High School, both formerly Reagan and Lanier, the former names taking on each other, as Northeast Early College Prep High School wins it 48-12. McCallum, my alma mater, I almost went to this game, but it was just a little too cold out there. But McCallum gets a big victory over their rival Travis, and they get to keep the bell, as it's the Battle of the Bell as it's called. They get to keep the bell in their side of the town in their trophy case for another year, as McCallum wins it 42-0. And Aikens toppling Lehman 40-28, also final from yesterday. So obviously a lot of these games near halftime or already at halftime. Some of them may be starting the third quarter fairly soon. And a correction on the Eastview game, it's actually 35-6 at halftime, with that game starting back up pretty soon. And we want to take a minute to take a quick break after that Grand Endeavor home scoreboard update, and we will be back with more halftime scores and more coverage here for the final week of the regular season and final week here for SHN Football Friday. We'll be right back.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
And welcome back to the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio here for the final week of the regular season for SHN Football Friday. I want to thank you, of course, for tuning in all season long. It's been a blessing and a blast to work alongside Justin, who is off tonight, and just go through this whole first season with SHN Sports. It's been awesome. And, of course, if you want to touch base, if you want to chat, if you want to talk football, if you want to talk to me, feel free to text that number and I'll give you a call. Of course, that number is 512-508-8388. A lot of these games at halftime or just about to come out of halftime. And I want to be able to go ahead and turn over my voice to some of the games going on in around the area. Once they do pick back up. In fact, and another update here from Cedar Creek, as Marble Falls and Cedar Creek have tied 14-14 at halftime. Of course, thanks again to our sponsor, Grand Endeavor Homes, for providing us with the scoreboard updates and all season long for that. And, of course, the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio. We also had shirts that we gave out near the beginning of the year. We may still have a few left that were for the SHN Football Friday shirts, and of course our thanks to Georgetown Shirt Company for those. A few of the key games from around the area, and especially concerning SHN Sports specific fans. Of course, Georgetown, I mentioned a bit ago, getting the victory over Connolly last night. It is official, they did win. And did repeat kind of how last year went. The final from that game was 41-13 over at Birkelbach. And Eastview, so far tonight, really struggling against Elgin, taking Elgin on at their home turf. It's a cold night. It's frigid, but me and Justin had talked about, how the cold weather can impact practices. It can impact it's just hard to get used to. It can impact the passing game a lot. But I think at this point, sure, daylight saving times, you could talk about that. But at this point, the cold weather, you should be over it. And this should not be used as anything for a reason as to why you can't perform on game day. And I'm not saying that at Eastview or anyone in specific or in particular. But it's fall. It's going to be cold. It's late November, and honestly, it's been a really warm season so far, at least. And I know it'll get cold, especially coming this later this weekend. And on Tuesday, I believe another deep cold front's going to hit, when we'll be back to freezing and kind of in the 20s potentially. But regarding football, I think the rain, the cold weather. You have to have game planned for it by now. It's been chilly multiple weeks in a row, and so I'm not at the Elgin game. I'm not at the I'm not super sure yet why Eastview is yet to put up that many points and has been giving up so many to Elgin. But it's high school football, and that's how it goes. You got to play every week. You got to show up ready and not overlook any opponent. And we'll look forward to tuning into that game as soon as it kicks back off for the second half. And, of course, Travis Banks and Michael Francis are on the call there for that game. We also talked about, Jarrell is the 3A school for SHN Sports, and they are currently leading Maynard New Tech 17-0. Just the start of the second quarter there on the road for the Cougars, and a very up and down season, but they've done a good job at responding. They've done a good job at keeping their heads high, and I think what Coach Davidson over there in his first year, I believe, just had a new baby child just a couple weeks ago, and missed the game, and they did lose that game by quite a bit. But I mean, he's just done such a good job so far this year with the Cougars, and has built a great culture there. And I'm excited to see, how they finish this game, how they finish this season, and how they continue on moving forward. I think they got a lot of good going there. we do. I am honestly intrigued by the Lake Travis Anderson game. Anderson has been one of those teams that started out really well and in typical Trojan fashion, not to hate, but I'm a Knight, to be honest, obviously, but and I have so much respect for the Anderson High School and the Trojans, just as an entire school within AISD. But I think it was our first week of SHN Football Friday. A guy called in, a buddy of mine. It was Andy. I'm going to shout you out, Andy, because you said this. He predicted Anderson to beat Lake Travis this year, and I mean, it's pretty crazy. But as far as I can tell on this latest update, at the second quarter, Lake Travis is on top, 21-7. It's only a 14-point game. I'm just saying, you never know. It is high school football, as we said, and anything can happen. And if Andy somehow managed to be correct about that, I would find it really funny, to be honest. I'd find it great. I mean, it'd be great for Anderson. It'd be awesome. So with that said, Hutto and Rouse have also entered halftime, as Hutto is up 13-6. Hutto, another school that you should be able to, that you can catch on the SHN Football Sports Network. You can catch all of it on shnsports.com. And we're going to take another quick break before the end of halftime, and we will be back with more second half action. Hopefully also going to tune in live to some of these games in and around the area, and we'll probably do one more scoreboard update before the fourth quarter. Thank you for tuning in here for week, 11, 12? Who knows? It's the final week of SHN Football Friday, the final week of Texas high school football, and you can tell because I'm losing my voice. It's been so hyped for 10 or 11 or 12 straight weeks, and football is awesome. Football is so big in Texas, and for good reason. And so it's been a pleasure to work alongside Justin, work alongside Rob, and everyone here at SHN Sports, and be able to broadcast a show like this for Central Texas. So with that said, we will be back in a moment. Thank you for tuning in.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Central Texas high school football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at georgetownshirtcompany.com.
Well, welcome back to the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio here from Georgetown, Texas for SHN Football Friday week. Last week, it is the last week of the high school football, and we are at halftime for some of these games around the area and on the network. Of course, mentioning Georgetown played last night and did defeat Connolly pretty handedly, actually, to complete the prophecy of last year. And the same schedule and turnout for all that. And we are going to go ahead and do one last Grand Endeavor Homes scoreboard update before sending you, letting you listen to some of the live action going on now. I know the Eastview and Elgin game have about 5-6 minutes until halftime is over there, and we'll see if Eastview can mount a comeback. They need one, as they are down 35-6, taking on Elgin over on their turf. And so while we have a moment, we will go ahead and do a Grand Endeavor Home scoreboard update. So at halftime, Stony Point is trailing Vandergrift 10-7. 25 seconds to go until halftime. Cedar Park all over Manor, 42-10, 11:43 to go in the third quarter. Weiss on top of Brenham, 14-7. Marble Falls and Cedar Creek, that game on SHN, is tied at halftime at 14. Hendrickson and McNeil are at halftime. Hendrickson on top, 14-0. Halftime also for Hutto and Rouse as the Hippos lead it 13-6. Cedar Ridge on top of Westwood, 34-21 at the half. This game we just mentioned, Elgin on top of Eastview, 35-6. Milano getting the shutout going. Well, Holland getting the shutout on the Milano so far. 5:16 to go. Holland on top, 43-0. 3:42 to go in the second quarter. Itasaka on top of Moody 22-21. 11:27 to go in the second quarter. Jarrell on top, 17-0. 4:18 to go in the second quarter. Rockdale on top of Academy, 33-7. And almost to halftime, Clifton trailing Rogers 14-7. 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. Fairfield and Salado tied at 21. 2:56 to go in the second quarter. Burnett on top of Taylor, 14-7. 3:43 to go in the second quarter. Dripping Springs demolishing Crockett right now, 27-0. Cameron Yale and Laga Vista are knotted at 14 with 3:14 to go in the second quarter. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lake Travis on top of Anderson, 28-7. 6:14 to go in the second quarter. Seguin on top of LBJ, 17-14. LBJ trying to come back. They were down early in that game. 1:13 to go in the second quarter. Midway on top of Belton, 14-0. 21-21 tie between Del Valle and Hayes with 2:44 to go in the second quarter. Westlake all over Bowie so far with 6:58 to go until halftime, 35-0. It's halftime over at Glen where Bastrop is on top, 20-7. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. Temple on top of Coppers Cove, 24-10. And 1:01 to go in the second quarter. Shoemaker on top of Harker Heights, 14-0. And, of course, last night, Georgetown beating Connolly at home 41-13 to finish their season the same way they did last year. Vista Ridge beats Round Rock 41-38. Colleen beats Waco 37-7. Reagan beats Lanier 48-12. McCallum getting the shutout against the rival Travis, keeping the bell as they win it 42-0. And Aikens on top of Lehman 40-28. And we thank Grand Endeavor Homes for their sponsorship on our scoreboard update. And, of course, coming to you live from the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio. And our thanks to Georgetown Shirt Company as well for making all of this possible. And our thanks to everyone here at SHN Sports. My thanks to Justin Simmons, who is off tonight for a great year put together, working alongside him and bringing this show to life. Of course, playoffs start just around the corner as a lot of these games, as we've been talking about week after week, are so important. A lot of them, whatever is decided tonight decides whether your season goes on or not, which just makes the games that we played 2 or 3 weeks ago, even a week ago, like so crucial. And now some of these teams that didn't do what they had to do last week or the week before are hoping more than they are controlling their own destiny. So I know McCallum, actually, my alma mater, had not been eliminated from playoff contention mathematically, and I think some things have to happen, but they did what they had to do last night, getting a win over Travis 42-0, and there's situations like that all across the state. And when a team can come out and do what they have to do, it's special. It's important, but if they end up doing what they had to do and then not getting in due to other factors, it's hard not to point at some of the earlier games that a team could have won. But that's why it's played. That's why we do this, and that's why high school football is so exciting week after week, and that's why I have no voice, getting too hyped. And so here in the final week of SHN Football Friday, I can barely speak, but we'll make it happen. And we are actually going to tune in now to the Eastview game as they take on Elgin and are going to try to come out in the second half and erase a 35-6 deficit for where the Wildcats have been doing whatever they want kind of all night. So we're going to tune into Travis Banks and Michael Francis live, coming to you from Elgin. And before I shoot this over, I want to give a huge shout out to both of those guys, Travis Banks and Michael Francis. They were kicked out over at the Elgin facility in the press box, even though there were some reservations and all that. But, they weren't able to stay in there, so they are, hats off to them. They're out there making it happen for you Patriot fans on the road, on the bleachers, and it is a chilly night. If you're not in Central Texas right now, I'm telling you, it's burr out there. It's burr. You walk out there and you immediately say burr. That's all I'm gonna say. So, thanks to Travis and Michael out there doing what they got to do and making the show go on, even though I'm sure they are freezing. And Travis and I went through that actually 2 years ago when we covered this game as well, and it is a chilly thing. It is brutal, especially when the wind blows. So we'll let you tune in to that game over at Elgin and see if Eastview can pull off a crazy comeback.
Touchdown comes from Amarian Brooks. Jose Rodriguez missed the PAT. And now Elgin kicker Jaden Strong is out to start off this Rob Hip Insurance third quarter, kicking off from the 40-yard line. Back to return for the Patriots, Isaiah Quentin Jackson and Charles Ross back at the 20. Strong's kick is going to be high and taken by Isaiah Quentin Jackson to the 25, and he rushes out towards the left Elgin sideline, nearly makes his way to the 50-yard line. A great return by Isaiah Quentin Jackson, and this Patriots squad just needs anything to get going right now, Michael.
Well, they need to be positive with this first possession coming out here tonight in this second half, and maybe with this first possession they can come out here and score first on their first possession of the second half.
Tanner Ballou is coming back out at quarterback for the Patriots after he got pulled earlier in the first half. And on 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line, it's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rolls right and makes it to the 45-yard line before being pushed out of bounds by Willie Simmons. And he'll pick up a decent 4, maybe 5 yards for the Patriots, brings up second down and manageable. And the Patriots will hurry up. 2nd and 5 from the 45-yard line. In the gun, it's another handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes up the middle and picks up a first down and a whole lot more. Isaiah Quentin Jackson making his way past the 35-yard line, tackled just shy of the 30.
Jackson, the ball carrier, picks up.
He'll move the chains for the Patriots, and they will continue to hurry up. In the gun, Ballou, 2 receivers to his left. Isaiah Quentin Jackson in at running back on the right. Ballou drops back, throws, fade to the right side, intended for Charles Ross. Ross is pushed out of bounds by Elgin's Davion Isom. His brother Trey with 3 touchdowns tonight on the ground, but that pass falls incomplete. It will bring up 2nd and 10. Elgin leading at 35-6. Clock is stopped with 11:07 remaining here in the Rob Hip Insurance third quarter. 2nd and 10, ball on the 33-yard line. Ballou in the shotgun formation, hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes up the middle. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards before being brought down. That was Xavier Newells making the tackle.
6-yard gain on the play.
And I'm sorry, that was a Marion Brooks on the carry there. It was a 6-yard gain, so it's 3rd down and 4. And now it's another handoff to Brooks from the shotgun formation. Brooks tackled just shy of the 20-yard line by Max Galvez. And they're going to give Brooks the first down, so Eastview moves the chains yet again here on their opening drive of the second half. Patriots will hurry up. Ballou in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Ballou takes the snap, hands the ball off to Amarian Brooks. Up the middle, Brooks runs into a wall of Elgin defenders after crossing the 20. He's brought down after gaining 2, maybe 3 yards. Looked like it was Xavier Newells on the tackle again for Elgin. This will set up 2nd down and manageable here. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and about 8. The ball will be marked down at the 20-yard line. Patriots hurry up in the gun. Another handoff to Brooks, who rushes up the middle, spins around, and can't quite shake a defender. He's tackled at about the 16-yard line as a late flag comes out for some extracurricular activities, and Elgin has been very chippy with these Patriots players all night.
Yes, they have. Little after play shot that sends a Patriot lineman to the ground.
Dead ball, personal foul, Wildcats.
So they're going to call a personal foul on Elgin. That should back them up and give Eastview a lot better field position. Foul will be spotted.
That'll move the ball up half the distance to the goal.
Okay, so they're going to rule that a half the distance to the goal and give the Patriots a first down. So this will make it first down and goal for the Patriots. They'll mark the ball at the 7-yard line. So now the Patriots in the gun. Blue takes the snap, fakes a handoff, throws to the right, and the pass falls incomplete. Pass was intended there. I think that was intended for Jacob Martin, but it also could have been intended for Charles Ross. There was a lot of miscommunication there. Stops the clock with 9:50 to go here. Elgin leading 35-6. It'll be second and goal from the 7 now for the Patriots. Blue in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Amarian Brooks to his left. He sends Charles Ross in motion from right to left. And it's a sweep to Ross. The sweep from right to left, but Ross shakes the defender and is tackled just shy of the 5-yard line. Ross could not get anything going on that play. And Ross was tackled from behind by Cedric Truitt Jr.
Charles Ross, the ball carrier.
After he spun away from Elgin's defender Daniel Marin. And this will be third down and goal from the 7. No gain on that play for Charles Ross. And now Blue in the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his left. Isaiah Quentin Jackson checks in at running back. Charles Ross all alone on the far right. Blue now in the gun. Takes the snap, and it's a triple reverse option. And carrying the ball is Michael Sedgwick, and Michael Sedgwick can't break free of his defender on the right side. He's brought down by Daniel Marin just shy of the 5-yard line. He gained maybe a yard, maybe 2 on that play.
It'll be fourth down, Patriots.
And this will be fourth down, Patriots. Michael, I think you've got to go for it here. Fourth and goal, trailing 35-6.
A field goal isn't going to do anything for you at this point.
And they will indeed go for it. Blue in the gun, 2 receivers to the left. They ruled it no gain, so it'll still be fourth and goal from the 7. Blue now takes the snap, throws right, falls incomplete, intended for Charles Ross in the end zone. Looks like Ross was double covered, and there was some miscommunication, not quite ready. That's a turnover on downs, and Elgin will take over. Another mishap in a series of them tonight for the Patriots.
Unfortunately, that's been the case all night long for the Patriots, and it's a tough uphill battle from here. And they're about to come out with this prolific ground game that Elgin has had all night long, and they're going to have to plug these holes and make these stops, or else this score is going to continue to go up.
Patriots' largest deficit of the evening. It'll be first and 10 Elgin from the 9-yard line. 8:20 to go in the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter. And it's a handoff to Trey Isom as he tries to sweep to the right, can't quite get the edge, and is brought down by Thomas Thornburg. Gain of maybe a yard on that play. Brings up second down. As the quarterback for Elgin, Peter McFerrin tonight, a junior. He's just outmatched the Patriots with all of his speed. Now it'll be second down and 8 for Elgin. Ball on the 11-yard line. McFarland, and he's going to keep it himself and roll out to the right side, scramble, and he's tackled just shy of the 20-yard line.
Tackled by number 17.
That was Brandon Hernandez on the tackle, and it's going to be third and 1 for Elgin here. Ball will be marked down at the 19-yard line. Elgin taking their time getting set up as the play clock just now starts to tick. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter. Elgin leading 35-6. And now McFarland will do what he does best, go under center and get a giant push from this Elgin offensive line. And he sneaks it and gets the first down. Just enough for the first down. So it'll be first and 10 Elgin from their own 20-yard line now. Clock continues to tick. Elgin is taking their time getting set up, leading 35-6. They know they don't have to do much this entire second half unless Eastview attempts a miraculous comeback. Now McFarland in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Isom, who rushes up the middle and runs into Thomas Thornburg at about the 25-yard line. And so this will bring up second down and about 6 for the Wildcats. Indeed, a 4-yard gain for Isom on that carry. Elgin taking their time now. Just halfway through this Rob Hip Insurance third quarter now. McFarland now. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. All alone in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. McFarland takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself. He rushes out towards the right hash mark and is brought down just shy of the first down marker. Tackled by Roland Hines. And Elgin is in a pretty conservative clock mode now. They know they can get a first down if they need to. They're just trying to get as much time off the clock as possible.
Well, they definitely keep it with third down and manageable. Third down is short.
McFarland now. It's going to be a screen pass to the wide receiver, caught at the 30-yard line, and he's got all sorts of room, but is tripped up. After getting the first down, he's tripped up at the 40. Making the catch for Elgin was Trevor Kurgan. Picks up the first down for Elgin, and that was all they need. The clock will temporarily stop with 5:18 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance third quarter.
So far, defensively for the Patriots tonight, the woes continue as Elgin just moves the ball at will.
And you got to think, Michael, this is a Patriots squad that's set to take on Kerrville-Tybee next week. First place in their district, as it's another screen pass caught by Kurgan, who has a whole lot of space. Kurgan makes it to the 50 before being tripped up by Cooper Namkin. And Cooper Namkin tackles Kurgan. Picks up another first down for Elgin, but Michael, the Patriots are set to go down to Kerrville to face Kerrville-Tybee next week. And you got to think the scouts for Kerrville-Tybee are licking their chops right now, thinking we might not even have to attempt a pass next week.
Well, that's definitely what it's showing, but hopefully next week you'll have Millette back and Colson back and the Patriot back at full strength on both sides of the ball.
On 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. McFarland rolls out to the right side, throws, caught at the 30-yard line, a 20-yard gain. It is caught by Trevor Magnuson. Magnuson falls on his knees to pick up the first down, but a 20-yard pass, or a near 20-yard pass, probably closer to about 18 yards, but Elgin now, that's their first pass in quite some time, and they're not looking to let up on this score, leading 35-6 with 4 minutes to go here in the third. Elgin wants to score again. McFarland now, 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line, in the gun. McFarland hands off to Isom, who rushes up the middle and has a huge hole. Makes it to about the 20-yard line. And that's a solid gain of 7, maybe 8 yards. It'll set up second down and short. 8-yard gain officially, so it'll be second down and 2 Elgin. The ball will be spotted at the 21-yard line of Eastview. 3:28 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance third quarter. Elgin leads at 35-6. McFarland taking his time and now getting set up in the gun. Isom is his running back. 2 receivers to the left. McFarland hands off to Isom, who sweeps out to the left side and is brought down viciously. It's going to be a face mask call. Roland Hines on the tackle there for Trey Isom. And unfortunately for the Patriots, Roland Hines just got a handful of
face masks.
Trey Isom's helmet.
Yeah, I got a handful of helmet and face mask. As flags came from about 3 different directions.
It was almost a desperation tackle there by Roland Hines. And that should be a penalty of about half the distance to the goal. And we've got an injured player on the field. Looks to be an injured Elgin Wildcat. So we'll go ahead and take a brief commercial break while they tend to this injured player. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Elgin leads at 35-6.
couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105.
It was almost a desperation tackle there by Roland Hines. And
It's no gain, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Again, like I told you earlier, they're going to run in and out about 14 different running backs, but they're really only going to run about 3 of those guys. Becker under center. He's in a wing T formation. That's going to be a handoff on a sweep to Lance Poling. He's going to be met in the backfield by Cade Edwards. A loss of a yard, I believe. No, it looks like they get him back to the original line of scrimmage on forward progress. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Marble Falls here. 8:32 remaining in the Lori Tuggle State Farm 3rd quarter. Slot T formation. Bowling in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the up man now is Ben Anderson. He's going to get a couple about to the 29-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 6. And probably a punt situation here, but you never know with Coach Herm. And it looks like it is. It's going to be a traditional punt. First time we've seen that all night. Back deep to kick for Marble Falls. It looks like a 32, but I don't have a 32 on the roster. No, scratch, 31, Logan Barnes. He gets the punt away, but just barely. It's a wobbly kick. It's going to land about the 48-yard line and go out of bounds at the 49 of Marble Falls. So not a very good punt. And that's going to set up Cedar Creek 1st and 10 inside Marble Falls territory at the 49-yard line here with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And there's a whistle. We're going to switch the ball out. Get a Cedar Creek ball in. In formation, we're going to go 2 to the top side. It's going to be Livingston and Pruitt. 2 backs in the backfield is going to be Colton Fitzhugh and Dominic Mojica. And it's going to be a handoff to Fitzhugh, and he's going to make a move and get up across the 45-yard line, brought down about the 43, but there is a flag on the play in the area of holding. So I would expect this one to come back and be tacked off a little more. It will negate the 6-yard run by Fitzhugh. And that's exactly what it is. Again, the mic is not, the ref is not mic'd up, so, but it is a hold, and that's going to set up a 1st and 20. Ball now will be spotted at the 41-yard line. Same formation. It's got Vin Clark near side to us. Caldwell in the shotgun, snaps back. It's going to be a fake handoff. He's got time. He goes deep. He's got a man under coverage, and that ball's going to be almost intercepted by Anderson. But then it almost came down right in the breadbasket of Javon Livingston. There was a lot of hand fighting going on deep. Could have easily been pass interference on Anderson, but nevertheless, it'll go as an incomplete pass and bring up a 2nd down and 20. .6:52 here remaining in the 3rd quarter. Play coming in from the sideline. Then Clark near side whistles. Timeout, Cedar Creek. That'll be the first for the half, and that'll be our first timeout as well. This is the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. So ...2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
So that's going to be a touchdown. Warren Copeland on the 32-yard touchdown reception, and that's going to bring them within 1 on the blown play by Cedar Creek. 21-20. Cedar Creek defense completely unaware that that was going to be a pass play. Again, see, they don't pass much, do Marble Falls, but they will sneak one in on you from time to time. That extra point is good, and that's going to bring it back to a tie ball game here with 5:58 remaining in the second. Cedar Creek 21, Marble Falls 21. We'll be right back.
I'm in a state of inundation from an endless iteration.
of
that
their.
was kind of a vicious hit that he put on him.
Yeah,
you know,
over front of
Rouse
their
kind
sideline.
of sniffed that out and had a guy right on Mackay's, right on his heels, you know, on the swing. Grayson made a good pass. Mackay didn't have to slow down and outran him, and
Yeah,
the
it's
rest
a
was history.
Type of pass that Grayson made in the first drive, and he kind of tucked it right over the top of the defender, and then we saw in the second quarter where Grayson tried that same throw and was a little bit low, and the defender was able to stop it there on third down, and this time back to the original of just dropping right over the top and letting Mackay do his thing.
Yeah, we'll see if maybe that's the spark the Hippos needed here in the second half. Evan Gutierrez on to attempt the point after. Looks like Rouse. They have one too many guys out there, bringing somebody off the field. And here we go. So Gutierrez awaiting the snap. Snap back, hold down, kick is up.
Good kick.
And it's good. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. It's now Hutto 20, Rouse 9. You're listening to Hutto Hippo Football on hipposports.com and the SHN Sports Network.
ACDI, Al Clausen Disposal, supports the Hippo Nation.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
And welcome back here to the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio here from Georgetown, Texas, where a lot of these games have already entered their third quarter. Some of them actually pretty far into the third quarter, including some that have actually started the fourth quarter. So we're going to go ahead and get into a Grand Endeavor Home scoreboard update. Once again, thank you for tuning in here to SHN Sports Football Friday for the final week of Texas high school football regular season. Which a lot of great matchups out there in and around the area. Starting with the start of the fourth quarter for Everett Vandergrift, where they are tied with Stony Point 10-10 in that game. 4:20 to go in the third quarter over in Cedar Park as they lead Manor 42-7. Fourth quarter just underway over at Weiss. They are tied with Brenham, knotted at 21. 5:58 to go in the third quarter. Cedar Creek tied with Marble Falls, and we'll actually tune into that game right after this update for a bit, a live listen in to our broadcast team over for the Eagles. McNeil scoreless with 47 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hendrickson all over them, 28-0. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Hutto on top of Rouse, 20-9. 7:33 to go in the third quarter. Cedar Ridge on top of Westwood, 41-28. 11:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Elgin pulling away even more from Eastview as they lead it 49-6. Eastview we got to listen in to the start of the second half there. Drove all the way down the field pretty quickly and 4 straight plays from the 7 and unable to punch it in and turnover on downs, and Elgin went down and scored. Halftime over at Holland, where they lead Milano 49-2. Gerald on top of Manor New Tech. At halftime, I think they're just about to come out of halftime. Gerald on top, 17-7. Rockdale all over Academy at halftime, 39-7. Rogers and Clifton are tied at 14 with 8:23 to go in the third quarter. And at halftime, Burnett on top of Taylor, 21-7. Ducks have had a rough year so far this year. Dripping Springs shutting out Crockett so far, 34-0 at half. Cameron Yeo and Laga Vista tied at halftime, 14 apiece. Lake Travis pulling away from Anderson there towards the end of the first half. It has reached halftime. Lake Travis on top, 35-7. LBJ on top of Seguin at half, 21-17. The score in that one. Belton unable to score so far against Midway as they lead it 14-0. Del Valle and Hayes in a good game so far. Hayes on top, 28-21. Westlake Oliver Bowie, 49-0 at half. Bastrop on top of Glenn, 20-7 at 9:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Temple on top of Coppers Cove, 45-10. And Shoemaker on top of Harker Heights, 14-0. Of course, yesterday, Georgetown beating Connolly, 41-13. Vista Ridge on top of Round Rock, final 41-38. Killeen beats Waco, 37-7. Northeast Early College Prep High School beats Navarro High School, 48-12. McCallum beats Travis, 42-0. And Lehman goes down to Aikens as Aikens wins 40-28. Our thanks to Grand Endeavor Homes for providing us with sponsorship for our scoreboard update. And, of course, a lot of games going on. We want to get you back to the Cedar Creek and Marble Falls game where they are still tied at 21 late in the third quarter there. Cedar Creek with the ball, so we'll turn it over to our broadcast team over for Cedar Creek and let you listen in live to that game. And I will be back with you in just a bit, and we'll let this game play.
36-yard line. Kick is away. It's a good kick. It's going to land about the 38 and bounce across the 40 and up out of bounds. It looks like the 48-yard line. The line judge on the far side is in no hurry to try to mark the ball. Actually, the back judge is the one that marked it out of bounds. How he saw where it went out of bounds at midfield, standing in midfield, I have no idea. But that'll set up Cedar Creek 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 48. As you can hear, there's a whistle for something. I think Coach Edwards is trying to confer to how did he see where the ball went out of bounds. He was standing between the hash marks, was the back judge. The line judge was in no hurry to get upfield to mark that ball out of bounds. 2:09 here remaining in the third quarter. Tie ball game. Cedar Creek 21, Mustangs 21. And that conference is done. Coach Herman has made his point clear, I think, to no avail. 2 to the near side for Cedar Creek is going to be Van Clark and Livingston. Ty Pruitt, single man up top. Twin backfield. Fitzhugh and Mojica. Snaps back. He's going to try to set up a screen. There's another flag on the play. Caldwell scrambling for his life. He's looking for somewhere to go, and he's just not going to find anywhere. He's brought down at the 45, 44-yard line, a loss of 7 on the play. But I don't know what the laundry was for. It was in the vicinity of a hold, and that's exactly what it is. So they'll replay first down here at 1st and 20. Oh, they actually declined it due to the loss of the yards on the play. So 2nd and 18 for Cedar Creek. Caldwell shotgun. Snaps back. It's going to be a handoff. Fitzhugh, he's looking for a route, somewhere to go, and he finds a little room. He gets up to the 45. And Javon Livingston is about to be possibly ejected. He got caught throwing a punch. Marble Falls has been playing dirty all night. They've got caught twice. This time Livingston gets caught. Coach Edwards going to have a little talk with the senior. I think Livingston might have even hurt his hand because he caught him in the face mask. Hopefully it'll be offsetting. Personal foul on Marble Falls. Nope, correction, Cedar Creek. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to set them up at 2nd down and a mile from the 31-yard line. Hey, John, can you let Pete in? Okay. It's like 3rd and 31. At our next timeout, we'll bring in Pete. Caldwell under all kinds of pressure again, and he's going to be sacked for more loss. This time back to about the 24-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and even further. Fourth and 41. Back deep to kick is Ashton Figueroa. Back deep to return are two twins. Twin back in the return here now for Marble Falls. Anderson and looks to be Nathan Ivy. That punt is going to take a ugly Marble Falls bounce back to about the 44-yard line, and that's going to bring up 1st down and 10 for Marble Falls here.
Holy snapples.
Hi, Pete.
What is happening?
Not
what?
Cedar Creek's offense this go.
We're kind of catching bits and pieces of it here.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth ball game. Nasty penalties, lots of chippy personal fouls.
Is that on our side or both sides? Both sides, really?
Yeah, Javon just gave a guy a right cross.
Well, we got that Liberty Hill hurry up offense.
Oh, yeah, it's slot T. Back it under center.
So it looks like we had some coaches in the.
It's going to be that same pass play. This time, no good. Ashton Figueroa on the coverage. Ian Flowers on the rush. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 on the incomplete pass. 46 seconds remaining in the Lori Tuggle State Farm 3rd quarter. So Alfred Collins again on the turf. He has been really gimpy on that ankle since that first twist early today. And he is going to be helped off, not willingly, or unwillingly rather.
Got a couple coaches here tonight. Tom Herman was here earlier.
Yeah, there's a Longhorn coach right there.
Yeah, that's, what's his name? He's the defensive line coach for the Longhorns.
Yeah. Who's that behind him?
Jowls, I think his name is Jowls. I don't know who that guy is. The guy in the orange hats, last name is Jowls.
Yeah. Giles.
There you go.
Giles, yeah.
Yeah, Herman was here earlier.
Handoff up the middle.
He left already.
For the up back, number 22, Hayden Hoover. A pickup of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
So not really the barn burner we thought it was going to be, eh?
Well, yeah, kind of is actually. It's back and forth, right punch, left punch, kind of back and forth. So last week in Cedar Creek, in
Eastview, right?
Oklahoma's coach was on the sideline.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool.
They're all after the kid.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see what hat that guy's wearing that Giles is talking to. It's a CC hat, so I don't know who it is, but that's definitely Oscar Giles on the sideline. And that's going to be a Cedar Creek timeout. No, it's not. We're going to the 4th quarter, y'all. With that, we'll take a quick timeout, too. This is the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports, bringing you the Hours RV 4th quarter when we return.
Hey folks, this is Pete from the Creek Broadcast Team for Hours RV Service Center in Georgetown. All the RVs that I see on the road these days How about having a peace of mind knowing that your RV is in tip-top shape by taking it to Hours RV Service in Georgetown? Located at 8480 Interstate 35 in Georgetown, Hours RV Service will make sure that your coach, fifth wheel, or pop-up, or bumper pull are all ready for the road. They honor all major service contracts, so you don't have to worry about voiding any warranties. Hours 5-star review customer service will make sure that you have the peace of mind to enjoy that vacation. 72 or find
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. ...2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Central Texas high school football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at georgetownshirtcompany.com. ...2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Kind of difficult to stop. All right, 3rd and 11. Becker under center. He's going to send Bowling in motion. He's going to pitch to Bowling, rolling right. He's going to get back across the line of scrimmage up to the 25, and he's going to be stood up just shy of a first down at about the 22-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and short again for Marble Falls.
Definitely got that sweep working for him.
That's just part of that deal, yeah. It's run, and pass occasionally. 4th and 2, Marble Falls here, 9:30 and counting.
Like Alfred's back up on the sideline, itching to go back in. Got his ankle retaped.
Retaped, yep.
was a lot of tape on it initially. I don't know how he can run. It looked like he had a tree hanging off the end of his leg.
Yeah, when they tape him all the way. And that is going to be timeout, Cedar Creek. They want Alfred in on this play because it's a big 4th down. And with that, we're going to take a quick timeout as well. This is the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
2 times he's touched the ball here in the second half, and 2 times he's put points on the board for the Cougars.
He's definitely an explosive player and definitely, as you can tell, an energy carrier for this Cougars squad, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Now he's just one of those presences that you can definitely tell make a difference on that team.
Derek Warren, in 2 touches in the second half, is accountable for 144 yards, 82 on the kick return, 62 on the pass and catch. That little swing pass, the pursuit came up the middle. Rodriguez with a beautiful little touch swing pass to Warren out of the backfield to the right side, and he caught it at the numbers, and there was no touch in him. He made the one cut, and once he hit the 50-yard line, it was nothing but green turf and a red end zone in front of him, and he made it count. 32-7, the Cougars lead it here over the Titans. 9 minutes, 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jesus Perez tees the ball up in the center of the field at the 40-yard line for the Cougars, getting ready to kick off again. Perez gets set. Now he's going to kick it, and a nice little chop kick into the Titans. The ball's loose, and it's covered by the Titans. It hit off by about 3 players there as Persley gets close, and it's fielded and held onto by the Titans, where they'll take over at their own 42, make it the 43-yard line. What a nice little pooch kick there by Perez. He's got that touch at kicker. He takes a full swing of it. Nice little lob wedge. He drops it in about 18 yards away. The Cougars almost get the ball back, but they'll be on defense here. The Titans now spotted back at their own 40-yard line. They'll take over with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter.
He definitely has good placement with those kicks. It's fun to watch how accurate that drop is.
Now the whistle being blown here. It looks like a timeout being called. Coach Quincy Williams of the Titans will call a timeout. That'll be their first of the half. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Be back here with more Cougar football and SHN Sports after this. Gerald Cougar football presented by Georgetown Jewelry, yourpersonalmd.net, Our Bank of Gerald, Eagle Auto Parts, and Papa John's Pizza. Back here in the third quarter of Gerald Cougar football on SHN Sports, I'm Wally Harmon along with Sterling Harmon here in Maynard, Texas at the Maynard Athletic Complex, a beautiful facility. And the football game going well for your Cougars tonight so far. 32-7, the Cougars lead it. 2 quick touchdowns here in the third quarter to separate the scoring. Tasby takes a shotgun snap. He throws a pass. Hits his receiver about the 42, but he can't hold on to it. Dropped there by number 44.
No name.
No name on the roster there. So the incomplete pass for the Titans. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Here in their own 40-yard line. Tasby with a nice pass there. Just couldn't get it caught. The receiver off the tips of his hands.
Central Texas High School football on Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
Caldwell in the shotgun. He's going to find Mojica on a swing pass, and it's going to be dropped at about the 22. He was under heavy pressure, was Caldwell. He just had to get rid of it, and he did. He threw it into Mojica's feet, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 13. So how was your week, Pete? Hopefully better than last week.
It's been a frustrating week.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But nonetheless, we're getting back in the saddle, getting some personal stuff behind us. And
sure. Rollout for Caldwell. He's going to fire deep. He's got Vin Clark way deep. He just underthrows it. Intercepted by Anderson at the 48. Back up across the 40, and he's going to be brought down at what looks like the 35-yard line on the Caldwell interception. There is a flag. Looked like it just came in on the play. Did that line judge just tossed that flag straight up in the air? So there may be another personal foul on Marble Falls. The interception will stand, but it's going to cost them 15 for another mouthy penalty, it appears. And that'll be the 5th non-contact personal foul on Marble Falls tonight, and we're still tied 21-21.
Wow.
We've had one ourselves, but they've had 5. If that's what this is. It is. Yep. I don't know what this is. See if I can get a clarification on that penalty since we have no. I ain't real sure what that was.
Is that a block in the back maybe or something like that? Or
maybe a sideline warning, actually. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 40-yard line for Marble Falls. Handoff. Anderson on the sweep. No, Bowling. No, who got that? Oh, yeah.
It's up the middle.
It was up the middle. 22 to up man. Hayden Hoover on the carry. A pickup of a 1. Bring up 2nd and 9. Cade on the stop. That puts him about 140 tackles for the season. And a sure defensive MVP for the league. Becker under center. Slot T formation. Sends Bowling in motion, but he hands off to Anderson on the misdirection. It's going to be enough to get back to the line of scrimmage and met by the entire Cedar Creek defense, I think. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. 4:57 here remaining in the Hours RV 4th quarter. Slot T. Becker under center. He sends Bowling in motion. It's going to be a rollout right. He's going to look to pass. He's going to be under pressure by Ian Flowers. He gets clobbered by Ian Flowers and overthrows his intended receiver. But Ian Flowers just nailed him. And I think they're going to get roughing the passer on Ian, but that was a clean hit.
It looked like it.
He didn't fall on top of him or anything. He just ran right through him. If they call that personal foul, that's a travesty because that was a bang-bang play.
He was out of the pocket, so he's a free game.
And they are. They're waving that flag off.
Yeah, good deal.
Bang, bang play for Flowers. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 8. Ball spotted at the 38.
Who's been kicking the extra points tonight, Shelby or Diaz?
Diaz first half, Shelby second half.
Yeah.
They flipped again. They're both seniors. I think they're just letting them go out with a bang.
Sure, absolutely. It is senior night here.
It is. We went live early, so I let them broadcast the senior night and the parents, and they got the recognition, so our broadcast started about 6:15.
Cool.
All right, Becker, shotgun. This is going to be a punt. And timeout. Marble Falls, that's their second. So they're only going to have one left. Yeah, that was a punt.
That was going to be a
quick kick.
Quick kick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did that in the first quarter, too. They do 2 different punt formations. They have a standard punt formation, and then they do this shotgun quick kick. Right. So if Barnes goes deep, it's a traditional punt. If Becker's back there, it's a quick kick. So we'll stay right here because they like to come out. When Marble Falls comes out of that huddle, there won't be a second huddle. They'll go straight to the play. And they've caught us off guard a couple of times tonight.
Have they?
Yeah.
Well, looking at the score, I mean.
Not them, caught me off guard because I'm still in commercial. And they're like, right to the line of scrimmage. I'm like, uh-oh.
What was the Marble Falls record coming in tonight?
1-9.
1-9.
1-8, sorry. Yeah, 1-8.
Go figure.
All right, see, they completely made a liar of me again. The first time tonight, they're going to go back into another huddle.
Well, the clock's not rolling, so it's to their advantage to.
All right, Becker back deep in the shotgun formation. No, he's going to fake, and he's going to go deep. He's got a man.
He's got him.
And he found him at the 14, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Can't believe they did not see that
38-yard pitch and catch from Becker to Warren Copeland again. And that's going to put Marble Falls in the lead. On 4th and 8. Ian Flowers shaking up on the play. He's being helped off by the trainer.
That's not our band playing, is it?
I was just thinking, I'm like, is their fight song the same as our fight song?
Sounds like it.
What are we cheering for? Nevertheless, Marble Falls 27, Eagles 21, 4:20 here in the ball game. Back kick for the extra point, Logan Barnes. That kick is up, and it's good. You see how good that kid's leg is?
Yeah,
we have not tried a field goal all night.
Flag on the play.
There is Laundry on the field. But everybody is exiting, so that's going to be enforced on the kickoff.
My, oh my. Should be 28-21, or I guess they're waiting on the flag.
Personal foul.
Cedar Creek.
Roughing the kicker. Again, that's going to be, that'll be enforced on the kickoff, which doesn't mean much because they're going to do a coffin corner kick anyway, so we'll receive it about the 20-yard line. The referee doesn't even know which field's going which way. He looks like he's landing air traffic control out there.
Well, I'm going to have to watch this one unfold from the concession stand, man.
Well, thanks for
visiting. I'm going to step out, and hopefully the Eagles can pull this one out, man. They need it.
Try to sneak me some hot dogs. I'll be down there to get them.
I can't promise anything.
Okay.
But I'll try.
Whatever you got. If not, I'll go to Chick-fil-A on the way home.
There you go.
Jim.
Do they really?
Breaking my heart. I'll stop at McDonald's and then, by golly.
Oh, man.
Get some rock.
You're living on the edge tonight.
But they got the McRibs back.
Ah.
Limited time only.
Yeah, nothing says yummy like processed pork.
That's right.
You slather enough barbecue sauce on anything and it makes it taste good.
That's right. Little onions and pickles. All right, kicks away. Oh, he's actually going to kick this one deep, and it is going to go into the end zone, and it's going to be, what are you doing? Kneel down.
Yeah.
Thank you. Touchback.
It almost would have been a safety. He would have went off the end line, right?
No.
If he would have caught it and went off the end line? No?
No, not on a kick. He can run around all the way back there and then go out of bounds as long as he doesn't cross into the field of play.
Oh.
That's the only way. If he crossed in and went backwards, then yes. So Cedar Creek will take over. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, Eagles need a miracle here.
4:20 here remaining in the Hours RV fourth quarter.
At least try to string a couple plays together to move the ball.
Yes, that would be great. Shotgun formation for Caldwell. And more whistles. I told you at the beginning of the game this is going to be a quick game because of the offense that Marble Falls run. This may be our longest game of the season because of all the penalties. 110 yards in penalties tonight.
That's crazy.
All right, here we go.
They're trying to get the play clock set. There, he got the play clock set, finally.
All right, then Clark, Allen, Zane Allen, top side. Ty Pruitt, near side, all by himself. Shotgun. Keeper, Caldwell, up the middle, across the 30, down to about the 32-yard line. 33 is where they're going to spot him. Pickup of 8. And they'll bring up a 2nd and 2.
There you go.
That's going to be a handoff to Colton Fitzhugh. He's going to be up across midfield, brought down at the 48, but there is laundry in the field, and it's probably holding. And they are. They're waving them back. Holding offense. 10-yard penalty. That'll bring up 2nd and 18.
Well, I got to go, man.
Okay, doke. Tucked in a little bit. I'm sorry, 2nd and 12 because it was 2nd and 2. Now it's 2nd and 12. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Shotgun formation for Caldwell. Pruitt to the near side all alone. Allen and then Clark top side. Pruitt's rolling left. He's looking for Pruitt. He fires out of bounds. Under pressure again is Caldwell. He's been under deep pressure with a 3-man rush all night long. And he has to get rid of that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12 here with 3. Have a good season next year as well. Sam, of course, you're always welcome here. You know that. Bobby, hopefully you'll have better situation next year. Stop having babies, and that way you can come up here more and play. Needless to say, the first winning, or not winning, but not losing record for Coach Edwards in program history. As we say goodbye to a lot of seniors tonight. And I'm going to go over this list with you one more time. We're going to say goodbye for the last time to Dalen Jackson, number 1. We're going to say goodbye to Clavin Clark, number 7. We're going to say goodbye to Payne Allen, number 8. We're going to say goodbye to Colton Fitzhugh, number 9. We're going to say goodbye to Javon Livingston, number 10. We're going to say goodbye to Ashton Figueroa, number 12, and Christian Diaz, and Shelby Morgan, and Reggie Smith, and Cade Edwards, and Josh Garza, and Mason Selby, and Carlos Medina, and Jaden Long Miller, and Randy Barber, and Trey Butts, and Troy Trammell, and Jonathan Huth, and Zane Allen, and last but not least, for sure, we're going to say goodbye to number 99, Alfred Collins. But we're going to welcome back next year Davian Perez, and we're going to welcome back Ty Pruitt, and we're going to welcome back Dominique Mojica and Zane Zimmerman, and Jerry Torres and Jafar Johnson, and Logan Latouf and Willie Rangel and Logan Cone, and Steve Campos, and A.J. Sonor, and Ian Flowers. So with that being said, seniors, we say goodnight. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Whatever your travels may take you, we hope it's a special one. And for some of you guys, we'll see you back for basketball as permitted in just a very short period of time. My name is Scotty Martin. I thank you for the opportunity to broadcast you these games. Back at the desk, SHN, Rob Hipp, Carl Schoening, you guys made it possible for us to bring this to everybody, and we thank you for it. And we look and are excited for next year. On behalf of Pete and Sam and Bobby, I am Scotty Martin. Good night from Cedar Creek.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
Good evening and welcome back to the Stephen Strong Show. with your host, Stephen Strong. Just kidding, of course. This is the final week of SHN Football Friday, and we are live here from the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio with all the action. And our thanks to Georgetown Shirt Company as well as Georgetown Jewelry, of course. And it's time for a Grand Endeavor Homes scoreboard update. Our thanks to Grand Endeavor Homes, Jimmy Jacobs, and all the folks over there that do such a great job, as well as support all of these SHN Football Fridays all season long. And with that said, go ahead and get some of these scores from in and around the area, some of them actually final as well. We'll start with a high-scoring affair going on over at Westwood. Westwood put up 55, and they're down by 15 as Cedar Ridge is on top of that game, 70-55. And over in Jarrell, with 48 seconds to go in the third quarter, Jarrell on top 45-14 over Maynard New Tech. 2:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Clifton on top of Rogers, 27-21. 6:41 to go in the fourth quarter, with Burnett on top of Taylor, 36-14. Cameron Yo finally pulling away from Lago Vista. 10:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Yo on top, 38-21. 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Lake Travis taking care of Anderson, 49-7. This game just ended with LBJ taking the win over Seguin, 28-17. 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Midway all over Belton, 42-0. 9:46 to go in the fourth quarter. Hayes on top of Del Valley, 49-35. Westlake absolutely demolishing Bowie at the start of the fourth as they are up 63-0. 10:28 to go in the fourth quarter, with Temple all over Coppers Cove, 55-10. And Harker Heights and Shoemaker under a minute to go, and they are still tied at 21. A couple of finals from yesterday. Georgetown defeating Connolly 41-13. Brown Rock loses to Vista Ridge in a close one, 41-38. Colleen all over Waco, 37-7. Northeast Early College High School defeats Navarro High School 48-12. McCallum all over Travis, 42-0. Aikens all over Lehman, 40-28. Vandergrift edges Stony Point, 20-17. That's from earlier tonight. Actually, these finals coming in from tonight as a close game throughout between Vandergrift and Stony Point, and the Vipers get the victory, 20-17. A thriller there. Cedar Park defeats Manor, 49-24. Brenham defeats Weiss, 38-21. This game we just got to hear the end of, and what a job by Scotty Martin all season long for Cedar Creek and the Eagles being brought on for the SHN Sports season this year. And, you know, our thanks to Scotty Martin and all those guys over at Cedar Creek for a great season put together by them as they fall tonight on senior night. It was cool hearing Scotty talk about all the players that they're going to miss, and as well as some of the key ones they have coming back next year. But they do go down in defeat, do the Eagles to Marble Falls, 28-21, the final there. Hendrickson defeats McNeil, 35-14. Hutto defeats Rouse, 34-15. That game also on the SHN Sports Network and final. Holland defeats Milano, 69-2. Rockdale thwarts Academy, 53-7. Salado defeats Fairfield, 42-21. Dripping Springs shuts out Crockett, 40-0. And Bastrop, the Bears, get the victory over Glenn, 26-14. That is all of the games that have gone final for tonight. A couple games still late in the fourth, or actually a lot of these games still have a lot to go in the fourth. Mainly intriguing, actually, Westwood, that game against Cedar Ridge, they were down 55-70. Now with 7:20 to go, they just scored again. It's a 9-point game actually right now, with Westwood trailing Cedar Ridge 70-61, 7:20 to go. And the way that game's going right now, 7:20 is an eternity. One team might put up 100 in that game. I mean, there's just an offensive powerhouse game going on over there at Westwood. And as we get the final scores for a lot of these games, we're going to try to tune in to the end of the Gerald game where they're leading Manor New Tech 53-14. Manor New Tech with the ball, and Wally Harmon, who has done such a great job all season long for the Cougars and for SHN Sports. I'm going to let you listen in live to him calling an exciting Gerald game to end the year.
The senior defensive back, his eyeballs lit up. That pass coming into his hands, and he lets it slip through his fingers. He just can't believe he dropped the interception. He's just throwing his hands up like, why? He should have caught that one. But a great effort there as he, nonetheless, did a good job there covering the receiver and the Cougar defense, stopping the Titans again. 4th and 13 now from their own 24. They're set back to punt. Let's see if they punt. No one deep for the Cougars. But the Titans are going to punt the ball away. The ball is going to land right about the 48 of Gerald. Kind roll for the Titans all the way back to the 36-yard line of Gerald. And that's where they'll take over there. A nice punt. Again by the Titans, as the Cougars didn't send anyone back there. I think they prepared for the fake and played it safe. So the Cougars will start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Make it the 35. It looked like the ball got touched down between the 35 and 36 by the Titans, where the ball stopped rolling. And now it's spotted on the 34 side of the 35-yard line, where the Cougars will now take over. We'll set it at their own 35-yard line after the punt by the Titans. 6 minutes. Make that 8 minutes. 9 seconds on the clock and running for the Cougars from their own 35. Wade Harris, and man comes off the sideline. Aaron Rodriguez keeps it around the left side, outside the numbers, 40, 45, 50, and he finally taken out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line. Let's see where they spot him out. Looks like they're going to spot him out at the 46-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 11 and a first down there on the run by Aaron Rodriguez on the quarterback keeper. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for the Cougars. Rodriguez now going to bring Pursley in motion. Wasn't ready for the snap. It hits him, but a penalty flag goes down. And they're going to call offsides on the defense. So a bonus for the Cougars. I tell you what, Rodriguez turned and looked for Pursley, sent him in motion, and about the time he waved for Pursley in motion, he gets hit with the ball. But the 5-yard penalty gives a 1st and 5 now on the Manor New Tech side of the field at the 49-yard line. Pursley in motion. He'll take the jet sweep to the left, outside the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and he's finally drugged down out of bounds about the 25-yard line. Pursley on the jet sweep. What a nice run there by the senior wide receiver. He did a nice run up the sidelines. He took that ball and did not hesitate. See where they end up spotting him out of bounds. It'll be at the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Titan 26. Nice 23-yard play there on the jet sweep by Pursley. Rodriguez takes it, hands it to Jasper Compton right up the middle, past the 20, 15, up to the 10. He's carrying 2 or 3 tacklers and just going. He gets it all the way down to the 6-yard line. The big offensive line, all the beef behind the running back. Compton got a shove from about the 14 all the way down to the 6. And a nice first down run up 20 yards for Compton. And a first down now for the Cougars. 1st and goal from the 6 of the Titans. Compton offset to the left of Aaron Rodriguez. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Compton up the middle, untouched. Touchdown, Gerald Cougars! Jasper Compton gets into the scorebook on the 6-yard touchdown run, and the Cougars extend their lead 59-14 on the 6-yard touchdown run. And what a job there by the offense. They didn't waste any time. Pursley on the nice 20-yard run, and then Compton does some work on the last 2 carries and gets the touchdown. Jesus Perez on for the extra point attempt. The ball will be be held for the kick at the 10 by Aiden Edgar. Kick is up and good. Jesus Perez, Mr. Automatic, puts it through, and that moves the score to 60-14. Your Cougars lead it. Just clicking on all cylinders tonight. as Maynard will get ready for the kickoff here. We'll take a short break. Be back in just a second with the kickoff on SHN Sports. Gerald Cougar football presented.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
On that series, as soon as he touched it, he hit the hole and made a hole, and then the lineman brought him, took him with him.
And then, quite the contrary on the defensive side. You see those people, everybody, they fill that hole quick.
Tasby takes a shotgun snap, fakes a handoff. Now he cuts back to the right, gets out of the hand of a couple of tacklers down the far right side, out past the 40, 45, 50. He shoved out of bounds about midfield. I tell you what, he's coming to the left. He almost gets tackled, breaks the grasp of one player, and all of a sudden squirts around the outside down the far sideline. And it looks like it's all for naught as a yellow hanky litters the field here in Manor. It's going to be a hold on the Titans. That may be why he got a little help to break it out. But the run by Tasby brought back. And it'll be holding on the offense. But they're going to give him a spot foul as it happened down the field. So it's going to be 1st and 9 from the from the 26-yard line. They get a 1-yard gain out of it. But the Cougars saved there by about the 25-yard gain had it not been a hold. Tasby in the backfield with one running back to his right, 2 receivers right, 2 left from the far side hash mark. Shotgun snap. Now he's going to throw it down the near sideline. Guerra goes up, and he can't, and the cut receiver did a good job. Guerra kind of laid back for it, just waiting for the ball, and the receiver cut in front of him and had a chance to make the catch. And it drops it there about the 48-yard line. And so it brings up now 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looked like Alex Xavier Gonzalez was playing wide receiver there, if that's number 9. I can't tell the number. They got the jersey tucked in there. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from their own 26-yard line. Tasby in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Quick pass out here. The receiver fell down. He tried to get back up in time, and he couldn't. And it's another incomplete pass. Had he not slipped, it may have been a nice little play there. But the receiver unable to maintain his footing. He had a hard stop. And Martin Torres was back a little bit further. Closed the gap as quick as he could. But nonetheless, or not Martin Torres, I apologize. Charles Guerra. But nonetheless, the ball was incomplete. So it'll bring up 3rd and 9 from their own 26. The Titans have the ball. 4:40 left on the clock. The clock is running here with a 60-14 lead for your Gerald Cougars. Now the Titans get the call. 7 seconds left on the play clock. as Tasby gets ready for the shotgun snap. He'll take the snap. He drops back, and another fake pass. Now he's going to come to the near sideline, wide open, and he makes the catch about the 45 of Gerald, brought down there by C.J. Allen. Oh, it's Tasby at the receiver. You have a different quarterback in. It looks like number 2, Jackson Williams. Maybe pass that ball. We'll try to see his number now. Tasby. But Tasby brought down there by C.J. Allen, and he's not getting up. Tasby down on the ground right at the 45-yard line. Catches it about the 45. Slides forward on the tackle to the 40. And a big first down play for the Titans, or third down play for the Titans to pick up the first down in Gerald territory. But it may be at the cost of losing Tasby. The trainer pulled him off the side of the field to check him out on the sideline since he's right there by the Maynard New Tech bench. You hope that young man's all right. Trying to see who's that quarterback. It is number 9 at quarterback. Okay. Alex Xavier Gonzalez. That was a beautiful pass. He had a nice pump fake, and Tasby got by Guerra and makes the nice catch. The pass from Gonzalez for the first down. 1st and 10 from the Gerald 40 now. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 1 running back offset to the right side of Gonzalez in the backfield for the Titans. He stands on the near hash marks. He's going to pump. Now he's going to throw it right side. The receiver just kind of underthrows it as he tries to get away from the pressure of Jake Copeland. And it's covered there on the far side by Brady Gola. Incomplete. And it brings up a 2nd and 10 now from the 40-yard line of Gerald. Nice play there by the Jake Copeland to get pressure on Gonzalez, forcing him to throw off his back foot. And it's a short throw, incomplete. They'll line up here on the near side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Gonzalez with the running back offset to his right side in the backfield. Stands at the 45 on the near side hash, looking, waiting for the ball. Snap is back to Gonzalez. Quick snap back. Now he's going to throw across the middle. The ball's picked off. C.J. Allen about the 26-yard line. Up past the 30, 40, 45, 50. He's got a blocker in front of him. Past the 40, 35, 30. And he's driven out of bounds in Maynard New Tech territory about the 28-yard line. What a job there by the safety, C.J. Allen. You read that one. The ball was overthrown, and Allen didn't hesitate. Took it and ran it all the way back into New Tech territory about the 28-yard line. And that's where the Cougars start up with the ball. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 28 of Maynard New Tech. What a job there by the senior C.J. Allen, getting a nice pick and return for the Cougars. Aaron Rodriguez back in at quarterback. 2 running backs, 1 to the left, 1 to the right side of him. 2 receivers right, 1 left. He'll hand the ball to Guerra. Guerra in a running back, comes across the 30, 25, drugged down finally about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 8 yards for Guerra. Nice little run there as he followed his blocker, the other running back, Jasper Compton, in there. He did a great job of following the blocker. And a gain of 8 for the Cougars down to the 20 of Maynard New Tech. 2nd and 2 for the Cougars. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Aaron Rodriguez in the shotgun. They're letting the clock run. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left here in the ball game. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Now we'll have in motion. He'll take the jet sweep to the left side. Makes it, steps inside of a tackler, gets down past the 20, 15. Inside the 15, down to about the 14, make it the 13-yard line. That's enough for another Gerald Cougar first down. And a nice run by number 29 in Neich. I've messed his name up all year.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
I want to thank you for joining us here on SHN Football Friday. the final week of the regular season. Playoffs are so close upon us, and a lot of these games were crucial to the turnout for the rest of the season and for the most important part of the season. A lot of teams taking care of business, other teams fighting for their lives. And, Georgetown, as we come to you from the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio, one of those teams that was controlling their own path a little bit and trying to mimic what happened last year. They have made it. And another team, obviously we follow all season long, Eastview Patriots, and we are on the phone now with Travis Banks, the voice of the Patriots this season. And Travis, a very disappointing game, a chilly game, might I add, for you guys and the Patriots.
Yeah, it was one of those games where everything that possibly could have gone wrong went wrong. Not only in terms of Eastview's performance, but in terms of our broadcast as well. We're having some weird technical issues where, like, our scoreboard wasn't showing up on the screen properly for some reason. So we finally get that fixed, and then we lost internet service. So we ended up having to use Michael Francis's cell phone as a hotspot in order to get the rest of the broadcast off.
Man, that's quite a trip over there. Well, listen, you're not alone. The power went out over here at the studio for a bit too, and we flipped some switches and got back going again. But I won't lie, man, it was a little spooky in here. I know Halloween already passed, but it was pitch dark with me in here, man. I'm glad to hear your voice. I'm glad to know I'm okay.
Yeah. Thanks for giving me a call this week.
Yeah, I forgot to call you last week. That's my bad. But so, I mean, yeah, we were able to tune into the first half and let for a live listen. I mean, the start of the second half, and it really felt like ECU's driving down the field. They got to the red zone pretty quickly to start that first drive. And you're thinking, all right, this is the spark that's gonna get the Patriots back in this game. And 4 straight plays, from the 7, and Elgin stood their ground, and just some bonehead plays that ended up turnover on downs after going for it on 4th.
Yeah. ECU had a number of turnover on downs. Their first 2 offensive series ended in lost fumbles. They had 3 total fumbles on the night, and that didn't help matters at all either. Elgin, they just came out ready to play. They took advantage. All 3 of those ECU fumbles, Elgin scored touchdowns on, and Eastview was missing. They were missing their starting quarterback, Jackson Colson. He got knocked out of the game last week with an injury, actually, and they were missing one of their best players on defense too, Eric Millette, and it showed because this Elgin team was just able to run the ball at will on Eastview. They hardly attempted any passes. It was just it was not the same Patriots team that showed up tonight that we've been watching all season long.
No, not at all. And I mean, you and I especially have talked about, how good they've looked at times this year, especially to start off the season. I mean, I think they were 3-0 or 4-0, and a disappointing way to end it after all this time. Are they in the playoff hunt, or was this? I mean, either way, it's a disappointing end to the regular season.
Yeah, they're making the playoffs. They clinched the final playoff spot last week against Cedar Creek, but they limp into the playoffs. They finished the season with an overall losing record in district play. They finished at 3-4 in District 13-5A, and it's not the finish that they wanted at all. Going into next week's game, I think it's been decided that they are going to play Kerrville-Tivy next week, which is going to be a difficult challenge for any team. But you always want to have some sort of momentum going on into the playoffs, and ECU was just sapped of any momentum tonight.
Yeah, this is not a very encouraging way to go into the playoffs, but I know they dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. A couple guys missing a couple games, couple key guys. I know Quentin Jackson's playing and all that, so hopefully the mark of the end of the regular season can kind of help them reset and get their minds right, taking on a tough Kerrville-Tivy team.
Yeah, we don't know all the details yet. We are assuming that game will be taking place at Tivy High School. I think the only thing up in the air right now is the kickoff time. It's either going to be 7 or 7:30. They don't know yet. We do know that we will be broadcasting live, and we will be down there in Kerrville. We will have the game on SHN Sports, so we hope a lot of people tune in next week.
Yeah, and maybe Tivy will let you in the press box, and won't be so cold for that game.
You know, the best part about that this week actually is that we got some advice from the Cedar Creek broadcast crew when Cedar Creek played at ECU last week. We spoke with them before the game a little bit because Cedar Creek played Elgin 2 weeks ago over here in Elgin,
right?
And they got refused access to the press box because Elgin doesn't like SHN Sports for whatever reason. So they actually gave us a warning that there's an outlet on the visitor side of the stands. You have to drop an extension cable down there, but that's what we were able to do. We were able to access that cable, and so we were actually able to sit among the Eastview fans, and we got to speak with a couple of those fans actually. And that's always a highlight of the season. I've covered basketball for SHN, and just getting to talk with the parents and the fan base a little bit.
Yeah. You can learn
before
about
every couple games.
the kid that you're talking
it's
about.
It's always a blast. Shout out to Charles Ross's dad, who gave us some hand warmers.
Oh, nice.
Didn't ask for them, but they really helped us out and kept us warm tonight. So that was really cool.
For sure. I mean, you had to have something out there. It was a frigid evening everywhere in Central Texas, especially out in Elgin.
I'm just glad there was no wind or rain like there was this morning. It was just really cold.
Or 2 years ago with you and I out there in Elgin.
It was a lot better than that. I didn't want to bring that up because I don't know how much we can swear or anything, but I was prepared this time. I'll put it that way. I was prepared this time.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to hear that, is a little bit better than that time because, I feel you on that, literally. Well, I'll let you thaw out a little bit and get home, but appreciate you calling in. And, we look forward to the Eastview playoff game. It's been a minute since they've had one, or at least had one to be this amped over. And so we look forward to your call and tuning in for that game next week.
Well, it's been a great season. If I don't speak to you again, Steven, I'll see you at some point, maybe next year. I'll call in again.
Yeah, maybe I'll fill in for that Elgin game next year. Come sit out in the cold with you.
Yeah, I'll try to stop by studio some more next year too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Never really had a chance this year, but
it's cool back
next
here.
year
We got all kinds of environments to put ourselves in with this green screen. All right. Well, we appreciate you. Have a good night, Travis.
All right. Thanks again, Steven. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. That was Travis Banks, voice of the Eastview Patriots, coming at us straight from Elgin. Chilly night over there. But, of course, our thanks to both him and Michael Francis, who was on the call with them. And we are actually going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more post-game coverage. I believe the Gerald game just wrapped up, and we'll get ourselves a Grand Endeavor Home Scoreboard update right after this.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Welcome back to the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio here in Georgetown, Texas, where we are in the final week, in the final hour and a half almost of SHN Football Friday and of Central Texas High School Football regular season. Lots of action, good action around the area. We are going to go ahead and do a Grand Endeavor Home scoreboard update, as a lot of these games close to final or final. A few still live late in the game, and those, we'll update you on what those are. With a minute to go in the fourth quarter, Cedar Ridge is on top of Westwood, 77-69. I joked that, well, maybe not as much of a joke as I seemed, that this game would result in someone scoring 100. I mean, the pace that these teams were putting up points has been insane, and Cedar Ridge holding that 77-69 advantage with a minute to go. Westwood not out of it, believe it or not. With 48 seconds to go in the third quarter, Gerald on top of Maynard New Tech, 45. Actually, I believe that game's in the fourth quarter now, but 45-14, the score there. Cameron Yo in a 10-point game with 1:49 to go in the fourth quarter, currently leading Lago Vista 45-35, and with a minute to go, LBJ on top of Seguin, 42-17. A couple of finals from around the area. Georgetown, this from last night. Georgetown defeating Connolly, 41-13, also from last night. Vista Ridge defeating Round Rock, 41-38. Colleen defeating Waco, 37-7. And Northeast Early College High School defeating Navarro High School, 48-12. McCallum all over Travis, 42-0. Aikens defeating Lehman, 40-28. All of those from last night. The finals from tonight: Vandergrift edging Stony Point, 20-17, a close contested game throughout. Cedar Park defeats Manor, 49-24. Brenham defeats Weiss, 38-21. Marble Falls defeats Cedar Creek, 28-21. A disappointing loss for the Eagles on senior night, but a really awesome season put together by Cedar Creek, and hats off to Scotty Martin and our broadcast team and everyone over there. Hendrickson on top, 35-14. Hutto on top of Rouse, 34-15. They get the victory, do the Hippos. That game also on SHN Sports. This we just got to talk to Travis about, voice of the Patriots, as Eastview falls over at Elgin, 56-19. Holland on top of Milano, 69-2. Rockdale defeats Academy, 53-7. Rogers falls to Clifton, 27-21. Burnett defeats Taylor, 36-14. Dripping Springs demolishes Crockett, 40-0. Lake Travis beats Anderson, 49-14. Midway on top of Belton, 49-0. Hayes defeats Del Valle 56-42. Westlake 63, Bowie nothing. Bastrop 26, Glen 14. Temple defeats Coppers Cove 55-17. And Shoemaker edges Harker Heights 27-21. And we are going to try to see if that Gerald game is still going, because honestly, I just love listening to Wally Harmon. I think his calls are great, and that game is actually final as Gerald gets the victory 60-14 over Maynard Newtek. Maynard Newtek, a newer school that had a tough year this year, but hats off to Gerald. The Cougars having a really nice season, one of their best in a while, and Coach Davidson doing a great job over there, instilling some great culture for the Cougars, and kind of invigorating them in a way they haven't been in a few years now. But while we have a moment, I'm going to let y'all tune in to last night's game. It was a Thursday night, so there was able to be some video as well. So we also get to call the Thursday night game of the week. But this is the Georgetown game from last night, where they defeated Connolly. And we're going to join it already in progress, just to give y'all a taste of how Georgetown was able to live out exactly what they did last year in a lot of ways. So I'll let my voice rest a little bit and let y'all tune into that game.
We are 1 week away from Blue Pants season. There's a handoff to Edie up the middle. He'll push the pile forward and pick up a couple. Here comes 3rd and long. Of course, next week during the playoffs, Georgetown will go with the traditional blue tops with the blue pants. They save them for playoff time and gold football season.
Blue Storm.
The Cougars wearing the white unis, trimmed out in a forest green around the shoulders. Also, the green numerals with the black trim and the white pants and the dark green helmets. Rolling to the right, Herman looking to throw. Instead, he'll tuck it. Go forward across the 42, runs into his own man, and he falls about 2 yards shy of the first down.
So now, Brad, it's decision time. You're into their territory. Do you go ahead and do a quick get the 2 yards to get the first down? And it looks as though, Brad, they're setting up for it.
Georgetown going into the wind, moving right to left towards the north right now. It is 4th and 2 from the 42. Herman motions Edie to the right. Man in motion is Lachlan. It'll be a fake handoff to him. Herman up the middle, through the hole, across the 30, to the 20, off to the races at the 10, 5, touchdown, Georgetown. Darson Herman scampers for 42 yards.
Brad, that's the confidence they have in that mobile quarterback in Herman. You give him the ball, you feed him, and he is going to break that hole. That's a 4th and 2. 4th and 2. That's the confidence they have in this offense right now, Georgetown.
Darson Herman with a long touchdown run right up the gut on 4th and 2. And here comes the extra point. And it is Diaz kicking. Spot down, kick up. Kick is good. And your score with 9:27 to go in the opening quarter. The Georgetown Eagles lead it 7-0 over the Connolly Cougars. Back in just a minute with more Georgetown football on SHN Sports.
That's the sound of Eagle football. While the Eagles deliver on the field, Extraco delivers off the field. Whether it's opening up a small business, growing your business, retirement, or something simpler, we'll work with you to make it a reality. Let's build some dreams. Tell us your dreams at extracobanks.com. Extraco Banks is a member FDIC. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com.
Here on SHN Sports. Connolly with their first drive of the game. Folks, if we don't have all the updates on this down in distance, by the way, on the scoreboard. We apologize. There's a quick flick to the far side. It's complete, and a short gain of about 3 to Faison Washington. We are short-staffed up here tonight, so a couple of us pulling double duty on a few different things.
Looking forward to seeing how many times we call Taylor Beal's name tonight. They cover so much territory out there, him and Matt Anderson and Andreas Langhorn.
Fake handoff, throw near sideline, ball complete, across the 35, make one man miss. Now cutting back up towards the middle, that's Dyson McGrew. He's got a block around across the 40, enough for the first down, makes another man miss to the 50 across midfield, and that's a first down pickup. Dyson McGrew just ran about 80 yards to pick up 20, but it's a first down.
A lot of speed there. It wasn't working on the right side. He had enough speed to reverse field and go all the way back to the other side and gets that first down. It's a very impressive run by Connolly.
So Connolly in Georgetown territory at the 48-yard line for the Eagles. Of the Eagles, I should say. First and 10. Handoff over the right side. That's Washington cutting up across the 40. And he will be close to a first down. Ball spotted right about the 39, so it should bring up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, we're seeing some nice speed from Connolly. They've got some shifty runners there, a lot of speed.
It will be 2nd and a yard for Connolly from the 39-yard line here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. Handoff, nope, fake, keeping it right up the middle is the quarterback, Justin Santos. Plenty for the first down as he'll bull his way forward across the 30 and to about the 29. Pickup of 10 there, and Connolly's just pushing the ball right down the field on this Georgetown defense to start the game.
We saw this early against Rouse. Georgetown just took a little bit to settle in. Their defense was adjusting to the speed of the game and what they were given. But, it was the bend, don't break. They were able to pretty much pitch a shutout, I believe, the first-team defense that whole game against Rouse.
First and 10, looking for the throw to the far sideline. Ball is caught and then hit hard about the 31-yard line. And coming up on that tackle for Georgetown looked to be Andres Langhorn. You're right. Like we said, folks, a little tough to see the numbers tonight considering the uniforms Georgetown's wearing, but might be a little slow identifying. We apologize if that's the case.
Good thing is you've got the video on a Thursday night.
That is true. Second down. There's a reverse for Connolly. Now they'll flip back to the quarterback. He throws as he's hit, and it is incomplete. Credit the pressure on the backside from Georgetown as it was number 59 coming up with a play, Marcus Herrera. He stuck with it after the reverse pitch back to the quarterback. Santos was looking down the middle, and the coverage was pretty good for Georgetown too, but really it was Herrera hitting the quarterback Santos as he threw it that kind of disrupted the play.
And just nice sportsmanship too. He turned around and helped him up off the ground. And 3rd and long now, Brad.
3rd down, 9 to go, 7:07 to go in the first quarter. Fake handoff, keeping himself Santos towards the left side. He's across the 25, but no more. And he'll be far short of a first down. Hargrove with the tackle as Braden, the senior on senior night, able to pull him down. And it'll be 4th and 5.
Brady pulled him down, and he came up holding the football too. So. Halloween was last week. No more tricks or treats tonight.
Here is 4th and 5 for Georgetown. For Connolly.
They're going to have to go for it.
You got to think they're going to be aggressive. Connolly literally has nothing to lose tonight.
Absolutely. They're going to give everything they can tonight.
Santos takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, being pressure from behind. He gets it away, but it's too tall for the intended receiver. Receiver wanted a flag down there. It was intended for Jamari Twidwell, but that ball was far out of his reach, and it's a turnover on down, so Georgetown holds.
So this is eerie, similar to what we saw last week against Rouse. Bend, don't break. They give up a couple of big plays, but they don't let anything get over their head, and they control the situation, and they get out of it, and now they've got the ball back at the 24-yard line, which is just as good as getting a punt return or something like that. So good job. Credit to Georgetown defense. Get to sit a spell and let the offense go to work for hopefully a nice long drive.
5 wide set for Georgetown and Darson Herman. 1st and 10 from their own 24. Looking to throw quick. Herman has to tuck it. Now he's going to run it through the hole across the 30. Slides forward. picks up about 7 on first down, and a nice run for Herman.
Brad, is that the first slide you've seen?
I have.
normally
he usually likes to run people over, man.
Yeah. So, but good. We need him for late in the playoffs, and he's got 2 more years after this. So, only a sophomore.
Pistol formation. Herman fakes the handoff, rolling out to the near side to his left. He will square his shoulders, looks to throw. It's incomplete. Intended for Cade Lachlan. And here comes 3rd and 3.
That's a difficult throw for a right-handed young man out there. He's coming around to the left, and he's got to kind of, bend his body around and throw that ball on the run. It's cold tonight. There are a lot of things against him on that play.
Herman motions Edie to his left on 3rd and 3. Herman to throw quickly to the far sideline. Ball is caught, but might be short of the sticks.
Very close. That Conley corner was covering fast. He was coming quick, and he was very fortunate that didn't get picked off right there. And it could have been an easy pick 6.
Brandon Bradford pulls it in. It will be short. No gain on the play. Actually, short gain of 1. You know what? The other aspect of that, though, could have been picked, but if he doesn't get it and Bradford's able to stay in bounds, there's nobody behind him to make the tackle, and Bradford's off to the races.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up a punt situation for Georgetown as it is 4th and 2. Snap back, it is low. Connolly didn't bring a rush. It'll be a low kick that will take a very nice Georgetown bounce and settle in at the 35. And so Connolly takes over their second possession there with 5:04 to go here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter.
Kind of a little bit of a slow start there. Would have liked to see, a couple of first downs. It's not hot out there tonight, so defense is. But you want to see the defense get a little bit of a break. But they'll go right back to work and slow down this Conley high-speed kiddos they've got out there.
Let's see how Connolly tries to react on this drive. They moved the ball pretty well last time they had it. Actually got about 46 yards of offense before the drive sputtered out. 3 receivers to the left. Actually, 2 receivers and an up back. There's the handoff over the left side to Dyson and McGrew. He's being corralled by a couple of Georgetown defenders and gets just a short gain of about 2 on first down.
It looked like Andreas Langhorn was the first one to get to him and just really bottled him up there, and there was nowhere for him to go, and it gave time for the rest of the defense to get in there and swarm in.
2nd and 8 for the Connolly Cougars. Actually, they're officially going to give him 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Connolly taking their time with pace a bit. No reason to rush for them. There's a handoff to McGrew, trying to bounce it outside after press in the middle, and that time he is spun down for a loss.
Langhorn again, just all over read that.
That was not Langhorn. That was Matt Anderson, the linebacker, stepping up and making the play there.
Those little bitty numbers, a 2 and a 5.
Well, it's the little bitty numbers, and they're on the black jerseys, man, so they're going to be tough tonight. But
my apologies.
Don't worry about it. I'll do it 30 more times tonight myself. Here comes 3rd down and 8. 3 receivers to the right. Man goes into motion. Flaring out to the near side to the running back is Washington. It's going to be enough for a first down as he crossed the 45 and ridden out of bounds by Andres Langhorn. But Faison Washington's able to pick up 12 yards on the play and a first down.
It's a neat play they called up there to be able to. They're having to spread out. They're just not going to have much luck running up the middle. They're having to really spread out there and go to the corners, go to the edges.
And there you see they actually motioned everyone deep with the wide receivers and then brought the running back out of the backfield on the quick throw, and nobody was underneath to catch him. Looking to throw again to Washington, and he is hit right as he tried to catch the football.
Incomplete.
That'll be incomplete. It was big number 28 there, John Miranda, coming up with the hit, forcing the incompletion. It's 2nd down.
The timing was great. John really timed that. He got to him just in time, and the receiver, I think, heard those footsteps coming on that wet turf, and he could not secure that football.
Ball on the right hash mark with 3:41 to go here in the opening frame. There is a handoff to the left side to Washington. He cuts upfield across the 50 to the 40. That's enough for a first down. As Faison Washington, man, he's got a little burst of speed once he finds a crease. That one picks up 14 on the play. It's a first down.
Didn't quite hear it, but I kind of could get the sense next door they were saying holding, so I don't know if they got away with a hold on that one.
First and 10 here for Georgetown. Fake handoff. Santos to keep. He tries to slide, and he got nailed right as he was going feet first down to the ground, did Justin Santos.
That is interesting. He decided to keep the ball, and I think he regretted that decision.
Yeah.
He saw a wall of black jerseys coming at him, and he's like, I give up. I'm going to go to the ground on that one.
It was one of those I immediately regret this decision kind of moments.
He slid quick on that one.
2nd and 9, under 3 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Option to the left side. It'll be pitched out to Washington. He'll head toward the sideline around the 30-yard line before he's forced out of bounds there. I believe that was Taylor Beal coming up with the tackle, and it should be 3rd down and 3.
Interesting. They're throwing everything in the playbook at us there. You know, so you get to see an option there. So we've seen just about every kind of play Collie really could run here. So they're opening up the playbook on us.
3rd and 3, and you mentioned it. Cougars are really just trying to go to the edges on this Georgetown defense. They're not really pushing much up the middle at all, or even attempting to. There's a handoff to Washington over the right side. Now he'll cut back up. He's tripped up in the backfield, and it's going to be really close depending on where they decide to mark this, if it's a first down or not.
So Georgetown, as you see some guys coming on and off the field, they have the luxury of having a lot of defensive linemen and linebackers that they switch out. They always try and keep guys fresh in there so they can have that good pass rush and get in the backfield and disrupt things, Brad.
Here's 4th and inches for Connolly. And now that defensive lineman that you just mentioned, that deep D-line, here's where they got to step up. Georgetown brings the run blitz. It's a handoff. Washington's able to squirt through, and it's a first down for Faison Washington and the Connolly Cougars. Man, a well-timed run blitz called by Georgetown, but Washington's slippery, and he just found the crease and is able to squirt through for the first down.
Georgetown is sticking with that 3-3 stack like we've seen all season, with the corners and three safeties back there. So it's worked well for them. When you've got linebackers like Matt Anderson and Taylor Beal, it works well.
Here's the 10th play of the drive for Connolly. 1:11 to go in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. Another handoff to Washington. He'll cut up the middle across the 20 to the 15, down to the 10, and he is inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. A 17-yard pickup, and it's 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Just a lot of action, a lot of moving parts in their offense behind the line of scrimmage, and maybe throwing the defense off just a little bit, not used to what they're seeing. Or maybe it's different than what they saw in film. Maybe they saved a lot of stuff for this game.
Fake handoff to Washington. Instead, up the middle goes Santos, and he's wrestled down at the 4-yard line. Did not see who made that tackle, but Santos is a little slow getting up here, is Justin Santos.
They're going to call officials timeout.
They're going to have to check in on him with 32 seconds to go in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter, a fast-moving first quarter that, I'll tell you what, it's
been a minute.
Yeah. Thanks to Mr. Galen Welnicki to our left, our stat keeper extraordinaire.
The legend, Galen Welnicki.
2nd and goal for Connolly from the 4. There's a handoff to Washington. He'll cut back towards the middle, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short gain of 1, but nothing else there. Looked like big number 59, Marcus Herrera, stepping up to make that tackle. Here comes 3rd down and goal.
Great job by the defense. You really want to see them, hold the line right now and keep Connolly. They really did a good job of closing those gaps, and now it looks like Connolly's going to have to. It's the end of the first quarter.
Well, that is the end of the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter, and after 12 minutes of play, the Georgetown Eagles lead at 7-0, but Connolly's knocking on the door. Back with more Georgetown Eagle football in just a minute on SHN Sports.
If you or your family couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522.
Connolly, hats off to them. They just, they're throwing everything they can in the playbook, like we said, and a lot of moving parts in the backfield. Maybe shifting some eyes on our defense.
By the way, a new quarterback in for Connolly. It was Darius McGrew, I believe they're brothers, and the extra point, by the way, is no good. And so Georgetown will hold their lead at 7-6. with 11:56 to go in the second quarter. Back in just a minute after a word from some more of our sponsors. This is Georgetown football on SHN Sport. But Connolly coming off a long 13-play drive to cap off a 3-yard touchdown run from Dyson McGrew. And Connolly kicks it away, moving right to left. And that ball will be touched, and Georgetown's able to get on it around the 30. So the Eagles take over there. By the way, that drive for Connolly, 13 plays, 65 yards, and it took up 5 minutes. And I believe, let me do some quick math, 9 seconds on the clock.
So we were very fortunate on that kickoff, Brad. That was touched, unfortunately, by a Georgetown player or kicked right at him, that squib kick. So we got really lucky on that we were able to retain possession of the football.
Georgetown takes it over at their own 34 here. Carson Herman leads the troops back on the field. An opening drive touchdown for Herman on this first drive of the game. They went 3 and out last time, did the Eagles. Been a while since they've had the football. There's a handoff to Edey up the middle. He'll be spun around and down at the 42, but a nice first down game for Ryan Edey. Second down and 2 now for the Georgetown Eagles. I don't think Georgetown wants to get too exotic with the play calling tonight if they can help it, knowing that the playoffs are coming next week. Right. There's a handoff again to Edey up the middle. Plenty of space to get the first down. He's out to the 49-yard line, and another pickup of 7.
Yeah, this time of the year, Brad, you start to see some folks that you don't necessarily recognize over here in the stands. And, they're from LBJ, or they're from Seguin, or from one of the other opposing districts that we might face next week.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's going to be some Georgetown coaches at Nelson Field tomorrow night as well, scouting that one out.
Absolutely.
First and 10 for Georgetown from their own 49. A handoff over the right side, cutting up across the 50 is Edey, spinning off one tackle. He's down to the 44, and it's another gain of about 7 for Georgetown on first down and Ryan Edey.
Just great running by Edey and Zane Quick. You'll probably see him in the game later, but hey, how about that? A nice first down run. We've got 7 yards on that carry.
Edey stays in the game behind Herman. Handoff to Edey, and he's hitting the backfield and will actually get back to about the line of scrimmage, but no more. Credit Caleb Green stepping up on the tackle there for Connolly. We'll actually credit him with a tackle for loss there as Edey drops a yard. And it'll be third down and a long 3 for Georgetown. 7-6 your score, 10:15 to go in the second quarter. Snap, throw, near sideline, ball caught. Off to the races down the sideline, Brandon Bradford to the 20, 15, 10, and pushed out of bounds inside the 10 around the 6 as Bradford is able to take off and pick up 39 yards on 3rd and 3.
Bradford's had a great season. He's a junior, and he's just producing really, really well this year. He's a 5'10", 180-pound junior, just being really productive. In fact, he lives across the street from us, so it's fun watching him play.
First and goal for the Eagles now. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. 39-yard pass. Edey in the backfield with Herman. Man in motion is Bradford. And Herman drops it on the snap, and Edey wisely and alertly just falls on the football at the 10.
That's happened a couple of times this year. Little drop on that exchange there, but it's cold, and that football is a lot stiffer, harder.
It gets slick and it gets hard out there.
On a cold night like this. So.
Second and 10 for Georgetown. Actually, second and goal from the 10. There's a handoff to Edey up the middle. Big hole across the 5. Lowers his shoulder. He's down to the 3. And here comes third and goal now from the 3 after the 7-yard gain.
So in the past, we've seen him hand it off to, starting to call him the bulldozer, Darson Herman. They'll give it to him, and he'll just run right in behind the big nasties on that front line.
Third and goal for Georgetown from the 3. Edey to the right of Herman. Man in motion. There is the handoff to the right, and cutting around the 5, making a man miss, diving for the pylon. It will be good. Touchdown, Georgetown. I think that was Cade Lachlan on the end around there. And Georgetown finds the end zone for the second time tonight.
Hear that band playing? That was a really good. He fooled me. I almost messed up with the camera there. It looked like he was going to keep it, and he handed it off to Lachlan there on that kind of an end around.
Yeah, end around play to Cade Lachlan. Extra point on the way from Matt Diaz. His kick is up. It is good. And your new score with 8:40 to go here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. The Georgetown Eagles lead it 14-6 over the Connolly Cougars. Back in just a minute with more Georgetown football here on SHN Sports.
The most important team member isn't always playing in the game. Sometimes they hold a clipboard on the sideline. A good coach doesn't just call plays. They instill confidence in the individual and help the team overcome adversity. At Frost, we believe that good coaching in your financial life can accomplish the same thing. After all, if we believe in you and you believe in you, anything is possible. Frost. Opt for optimism.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
Kickoff here after the touchdown drive for Georgetown. Ball fielded at the 34 and pushed out of bounds there on the short little kickoff from Georgetown at the 38. And that's where Connolly will take over for their first drive of the second quarter. Georgetown leads this football game 14-6 after the 6-play, 66-yard touchdown drive lasted 3 minutes, 14 seconds, capped off by Cade Lachlan. 3-yard touchdown on the end around.
Kelly, if you're listening on the stream, you missed Officer Signs with Georgetown Police Department. Came up to say hi to you. So shout out to Georgetown PD. They're doing just an outstanding job of law enforcement in Georgetown, keeping everybody safe.
First and 10, Connolly. Ball at the 38-yard line. Snap back and coming with the pressure and getting with the sack. Just credit everybody on that Georgetown defense with the sack.
I saw Colby. I saw 59. I saw 48. Braden Hargrove. So great. They busted through that Connolly line with ease.
31. The ball spotted back at the 31, so a loss of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 17. Let's see if the defense can start taking this ball game over now for Georgetown with an 8-point lead. There's a snap and a handoff to the right to Fazan Washington. Trying to go on the end around to the right side, being bottled up, tries to cut back across the 30, and he slips and gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Good job by the Georgetown defense to funnel him back into helping defenders. Here comes third down.
Exactly, because the last time that happened, he reversed field and went all the way back, and they didn't let that happen this time. They bottled him up. So, but the good things happen when the defense gets to rest. We have a nice long scoring drive. Defense sits there on the sideline, and they're good to go now.
I said 6 plays. That was an 8-play drive from Georgetown last drive. My apologies there. Drop back to pass. Quick screen play set up. It's incomplete. The pressure was there from the Georgetown Eagle defense. Almost got a sack, but instead they'll settle for the 3 and out.
It was either going to be a sack, an interception, but it ended up being an incomplete pass because it was an inaccurate pass. He couldn't set his feet because he had black jerseys all around him. The offensive line, unfortunately for Connolly, just fell apart on that drive and was not able to protect the quarterback.
Say hello to some folks listening into the game, watching the stream tonight, to Cohen and Jack Ward.
Yes, they've been listening seems like every week we give them shout-outs. Great to have them on the call or on the broadcast listening in.
Gage Bowles listening in. Georgetown coming with a block attempt. That one just got off, and fielding it right at midfield there for Georgetown is Cade Lachlan. So the Eagles will get great field position to take over this drive. Also say hey to our normal producer, engineer Nathan Height, who's out there watching the game tonight, but he had some other business to attend to on the SHN Sports Network this evening, so couldn't join us up here.
Brad, you just feel like...
Well, hold on. We might have a roughing the kicker here. Nope, they're going to say running into the kicker. That's a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be back Georgetown up 5 yards to the 45-yard line.
So many good things happened on that drive, Brad. Our defense, of course, came on the field. They were rested, and because of that, they really played well. And now they're off the field. They did their job. Now they're resting again. And you feel like it's just turned the tide of this game, in Georgetown's favor, and the momentum now is on Georgetown, and you wonder how the offense is going to come out. Are they going to come out with a big, quick strike or just keep steady running the ball?
Speaking of Nathan Height, he's here now. Came in the booth. Also want to say hello to Rodrigo Castilleja, listening in tonight. Georgetown takes the snap. Herman fakes the handoff, now flares it to the far sideline, and falling down at the 43 for a loss of a couple of yards there. That was Brandon Bradford.
That's a difficult one to catch. He's spinning around, turning around. The turf is wet down there. So, credit to him. He didn't lose the ball because it was almost a backwards pass.
2nd and 11 for the Georgetown Eagles at the 44-yard line. Snap back to Herman. It's going to be a quarterback keeper the whole way. Running up the middle, and he picks up just a few yards. Connolly read that well. It'll be 3rd and long now. 3rd and 7 coming up.
You just get excited when Herman keeps the ball. It takes you back to the Hubenek days in 2012, and all of our quarterbacks have been able to take off and run with the ball, and it's fun. You just don't want them to get hurt, but it's fun.
3rd down, 7 now for Georgetown. Herman takes the snap, dropping back, looking to his right. Will fire. He's got a man. It's complete, and that should be enough for a first down. They will mark it as he has an extra yard more than he needs. I could not see the number who came up with it. It was Tyler Fithian with the catch.
Tyler Fithian's done really well all season, Brad. He's been a very reliable receiver out there for Darson Herman.
Well, Fithian needed 7. He got 8. So the ball now at the Connolly 44 with 5:55 to go in the quarter. There's a handoff up the middle to Edie, and he'll get to about the 41-yard line.
Good forward progress.
Actually, that was Quick. My apologies.
Yeah.
That was Zane Quick in there.
Good forward progress, and a decent run on 2nd down. It's right, just chewing up the clock and keeping the ball on the ground. Mixing up the plays, keeping Connolly honest.
3 wide receivers to the left for Georgetown. Heavy set to the right with a tight end in the game. Fake handoff, throw to the slot. That ball's complete at the 35. Maybe about the 36. They came backwards a bit on the play. It was Bradford with the catch.
Conley bit on run all the way on that one. So great. Very glad to see we didn't hand the ball off on that one because there was nothing happening there. And complete pass and 3rd and short opportunity.
Looked to be an RPO there, Dave. Where
good read.
He gets the option to pull it out and throw it if that's the read. Connolly looks at the stack in the box here on 3rd and 2. There is a handoff to Quick. He'll try to bounce out to the left side and just gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It'll be 4th and 2 for Georgetown.
Again, I think you'll see them go for it. The only other thing they could do is maybe do a little pooch kick and really make it and back up Conley against their end zone there.
Last time Georgetown had 4th and 2, Darson Herman took off for a 42-yard touchdown run.
Yes, sir. I like the odds.
The trend is nice, right?
Yes.
4:24 to go in the Courtney Home Inspection 2nd quarter, with Georgetown leading by 8. Man in motion to the left. Herman takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw. It is complete to Lachlan at the 31, and that's a first down for the Georgetown Eagles.
Everybody was expecting run on that one.
I was too.
I zoomed in the camera because I thought it was going to be a run, and had a little pass there. That was good.
8th play of the drive coming for the Georgetown Eagles. Ball at the 31 now, and the right hash mark. Herman hands it off. Little stop in the hole for Zane Quick, and just nowhere to go as the middle got eaten up by the Connolly defensive line. Loss of 1 on the play.
Sure love hearing that band in the stands. They're having fun. It's the last night that these kids as seniors are going to be in this stadium in that capacity. So let them have a good time. Let them make a lot of noise.
5 wide receivers here for Georgetown. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Herman all back there by his lonesome. Snap to it. It's a quarterback draw right up the middle. He's got a big hole across the 25. Tries to bounce out left and lunges forward towards the 20. He's got enough for a first down. A 12-yard gain for Darson Herman on the quarterback keeper up the middle, and Georgetown's in the red zone.
What a great fake. It looks like pass all the way, and he just takes off. And big hole, like you said, up the middle. That offensive line really does a great job.
10th play of the drive, trips to the right for Georgetown. Handoff to Zane Quick, and he is tackled by the ankles right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by Caleb Green to shoot in there and make that stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brad, I just really like that they're sticking with the run. They're being stubborn with it. They don't stop. They keep messing with the run because it brings Conley up and opens up those passes.
2:34 to go here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. Georgetown still with all 3 timeouts. The Cougars have all 3 as well. Georgetown no rush right now. There's a handoff over the right side. That is Quick across the 20. Makes one man miss, and then a flag comes in late. I think it's going to be a face mask against Quick. Somebody got across the face mask there as he's taken down around the 18-yard line. We'll wait for the official call.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good hit, too, so I'm anxious to see what they have to say on this one.
Personal foul, and it will be a face mask against Connolly.
Good eyes.
Like I told Kelly one time, blind squirrels and such, it happens. So that'll put Georgetown at 1st and goal from the 9-yard line with 2:15 to go here in the second quarter. Georgetown trying to drive for their 3rd touchdown of the first half. First 2 have come via the ground. Zane Quick takes the handoff, finds a hole up the middle. He's out to about the 5 and will be tackled there, so a gain of 4 on first down.
Great read, too. I think Darson wasn't going to have any success if he kept the ball and was able to give it off to Zane Quick so pretty quick.
And, you like the way that Darson doesn't keep it as much because when he does keep it eventually, it really sucks in that defense and opens up the outside.
Yep.
Zane Quick takes another handoff up the middle, trying to carry a defender with him. Inside the 3, down to about the 2-yard line, and he'll be bottled up there. Somebody had a hold of his jersey, holding on for dear life, and here comes 3rd and 2.
That's just
or 3rd and goal, rather.
Great, tough running. Credit the offensive line, Zane Quick for not giving up on that play. Just tough running. Exciting to see that.
14th play of the drive coming. Georgetown's only thrown it 4 times the whole drive. Herman on the direct snap to the right. He will waltz in. Touchdown, Georgetown. Darson Herman with his 2nd touchdown run of the night. This one from 2 yards, and Georgetown expands the lead.
Mr. Tillery, nobody touched him.
Nope.
Not a hand was laid on your Georgetown.
You and I got just as close as everyone else did down there. Herman with a 2-yard touchdown run. 1:04 to go. Extra point on the way here for Matt Diaz, who returns to the lineup tonight. His kick is up, and it is good. And your new score with 1:04 to go in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. Georgetown's expand the lead to 21-6. Back in just a minute with more Georgetown football here on SHN Sports.
Matt Morrow of Gateway Mortgage Group is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports. As one of the country's largest privately held mortgage companies, you can expect smart solutions to meet nearly any mortgage need. From the right products to great rates and technology that powers it all, you'll find it here. Gateway Mortgage Group, your local residential lender. Borrow from Morrow. Visit them online at borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a proud supporter of Central Texas high school football. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, please visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back here in Georgetown, where the Eagles have expanded the lead to 21-6, and the kickoff will bounce through the end zone for a touchback. And 1:04 to go here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. Georgetown capping off a 14-play, 55-yard drive with the Darson Herman 2-yard touchdown run. Drive took up more than half the quarter at 6 minutes, 11 seconds. Georgetown waiting for Connolly to come back out. Minute and 4 to go here in the first half. Stick around for the halftime show. We'll have the band out there. We think they'll be playing. Yeah, they're walking out there. I'll say it's cold. You never know tonight, Dave.
We won't have the audio, but we will definitely show the video.
We got the audio. We're
good. We're not able to because of the YouTube.
Oh, copyrights. Yeah, my apologies, folks. As
yellow flies out there.
Carry around the right side, and flag comes in late for. See what it's against. See, things I didn't know.
Yeah. So
it's like the NBC star. The more you know, right?
We did that last week. We had a Thursday night game at Rouse, and we were able to. We had the video, but we were talking during halftime about everything. So.
Well, we'll step aside during halftime for sure, folks. Take a break and let you watch everything. We'll come back on a little early.
Target 48. That'll be number 48. First, not flagrant foul of the game. Be 15 yards. First down.
Braden Hargrove called for targeting on the play. So it's a 15-yard penalty against him. It's non-flagrant, so he gets to stay in the football game. But if he picks up another personal foul that would be considered flagrant or anything of the sort, he'd be gone. So
yeah, we've got it. They've got those rules in place just to be careful. Obviously football's a lot of fun, but we just don't want to get these youngsters hurt. So that's important that they pay attention to that and they enforce those rules.
So the ball goes out to the 46-yard line now. It'll be 1st and 10 Connolly with 58 seconds to go. Snap back, looking to throw. Back in the game, Justin Santos. He'll throw to the near side. It's caught, spinning off a one tackle up to the 45 and pulled out of bounds there is McAnthony Everest. I believe it was Taco Williams in on the tackle.
Andreas Langhorne had an opportunity to have him drop for a loss. He's a little bummed he didn't get that young man wrapped up out there.
Actually, a loss of 1 on the play. Takes it back to the 45. So second down and 11 to go. Three wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Snap back, looking to throw. Santos steps up in the pocket, and he is swallowed up by the defensive line for the Georgetown Eagles. Won't technically be a sack because he picked up about maybe a quarter of a yard, but I think Georgetown will take it because the clock's rolling now, and it's 3rd and 11.
It's like senior defensive lineman Alex Hernandez was in on that play. Got all over him.
Here comes 3rd down and 10 now for Connolly. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Santos looks to throw, far sideline, ball complete across the 45 and upended there and taken down. What a hit on the far side from number 28, John Miranda, to make that tackle. And timeout, I think, is called, and it will be called by Connolly with 4th down coming. Real quick, folks, we're going to tell you that about WVE Vehicle Electronics. They offer a portfolio of high-quality aftermarket vehicle electronics, including connectors, relays, solenoids, switches, emission, and ignition electronics. Building upon a foundation of premium full-line programs established under the NGK Sparkplug and NTK sensor brands, WVE products are rigorously tested and engineered to perform in import and domestic vehicles. For your vehicle electronic needs, choose WVE Vehicle Electronics, precision engineered to perform. Found at your hometown Fox Auto Parts store in Georgetown, Texas. It'll be 4th down and 8 for Connolly with 11 seconds to go in the quarter. And you got to think, partner, maybe they're thinking about just one play for the final long play and see if they can break one out before the half.
I was just thinking before that last play, they keep throwing these little pitches out to the side. I don't know if they have much confidence to be able to take the deep threat.
Well, Santos throwing the screen over the middle. It's set up, going to the right side. McAnthony Everest toward the sideline. He's got enough for a first down. And that'll stop the clock as he steps out of bounds about 2 yards past the sticks.
He does get out of bounds. Like you said, they've got 5 seconds now. And, now, do you take that deep pass? I think Georgetown, you start to see them back up in the prevent defense.
Can your quarterback get it there? It becomes the question. The ball at the 44.
Or does Georgetown get an interception?
And here's the other key. Justin Santos is throwing into the wind here.
Yes.
And that wind is still howling down on the north end zone.
Yes, we're looking at those flags right now. They are whipping. We'll show them as the kids go into the locker room.
There's a snap. Santos looking to throw. Scrambling back to the pocket. Now rolling out to his left. Throws near sideline. Ball's caught short of the 30-yard line and stepping out of bounds there, number 16, Roman Mason, and that will end the first half. So the Georgetown Eagles with a workmanlike first 24 minutes of football here at Birkelbach Field tonight. They lead the Connolly Cougars 21-6 at home on senior night. Folks, we're going to step aside here for just a bit, let you watch the halftime show. Unfortunately, we can't let you listen to it due to copyright rules, but we're able to watch it. We'll come back on about 5 minutes or so before the start of half number 2, recap the first half, talk to you about the second half. Georgetown leads it 21-6 over Connolly here in Georgetown, Texas at Birkelbach Field. Back in just a minute. Stick around with us here on SHN Sports.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
welcome back to the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio here for the final week of the regular season for Texas high school football. And I'm not alone anymore.
Not alone.
Our intern, Seth, has come and joined us for the final home stretch, the final 30 minutes here, coming to you in Georgetown. I know you just wrapped up some baseball practice, and we're both really tired, but I appreciate you coming out.
Of course.
We're going to go ahead and do a Grand Endeavor Home Scoreboard update, and then we'll get into some of the key matchups and some other stuff while we wrap up these last 30 minutes of the season, the regular season here for all of SHN Football Friday and all of Central Texas High School football. So all of these have now gone final. I know a couple were in the final minute last update, but everything is final now. Of course, yesterday, Georgetown taking care of Connolly as they win it 41-13. A close one between Vista Ridge and Round Rock as Vista Ridge wins 41-38. Colleen takes care of Waco 37-7. Northeast Early College High defeats Navarro High School 48-12. McCallum all over Travis 42-0. Aikens beats Lehman 40-28. Vandergrift edges Stony Point 20-17. Cedar Park over Maynard 49-24. Brenham over Weiss 38-21. Marble Falls defeats Cedar Creek 28-21. Hendrickson on top of McNeil 35-14. Hutto over Rouse, that game on SHN Sports 34-15. Westwood falls to Cedar Ridge in offensive shootout. It looks like a basketball score. 77. As Cedar Ridge wins 77-69. I mean, Westwood was playing catch up that whole game, and just defense could not get a stop. Elgin defeats Eastview. That game we got to talk to Travis Banks about as Eastview falls 56-19 over at Elgin. Holland defeats Milano 69-2. They did get their safety in to avoid the shutout. Moody defeats Ithaca 27-22. Gerald defeats Manor New Tech 60-14. Rockdale over Academy 53-7. Clifton over Rogers 27-21. Burnett over Taylor 36-14. Dripping Springs shuts out Crockett 40-0. Cameron Yo over Laga Vista 45-35. Lake Travis takes care of Anderson, much to the disappointment of our first caller ever on the show from week 1 who predicted Anderson would win. Shout out to Andy. Andy, you were wrong. 49-14. The Cavaliers take care of the Trojans. LBJ over Seguin 42-17. Midway over Belton 49-0. Del Valle falls over at Hayes 56-42. Westlake shuts out Bowie 63-0. Bastrop over Glenn 26-14. Temple defeats Copper's Cove 55-17. Shoemaker takes care of Harker Heights 27-21. And with that said, the final regular season is over, and Georgetown has made the playoffs. Eastview has also made the playoffs, but Eastview coming in, just both teams coming in opposite ways to the playoffs. Georgetown obviously getting a huge victory over Connolly, mimicking what they did last year in terms of schedule and the wins they had to get. They beat Connolly last night 41-13, while Eastview came out very stale tonight, and even though they will play against, Travis was saying it's against the Tybee school, they are hobbling into the playoffs with a demolishing tonight at Elgin.
It's good to come into a playoff game, defeating your opponent with that demanding, like, Georgetown beating them 41-13, so it's good momentum.
And a lot of people had Georgetown kind of having an off year this year, as they did last year at the beginning. It's a couple tough games, but they've done exactly what they did last year, won the final games throughout the stretch, and, looking pretty solid with Darcy Herman at quarterback. We, while we're here, I know you're a Southwestern student. There's a lot of, actually this is like probably the best week of college football coming up, between mainly just because of LSU versus Bama. Everyone's hyping up that game an insane amount. Joe Burrow versus Tua, who they're saying may play.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't even know that they need him, to be honest.
Tua?
Yeah,
they need him. I think they need him. To have a chance against LSU, they need Tua. I think if Tua doesn't play, I think LSU wins pretty easily.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But I think Tua is going to find a way to play.
Oh, of course.
It's just a matter of if he'll play the whole game, if he can stay upright for the end of that game.
Joe Burrow's a real deal, though.
Joe Burrow's insane.
He's insane.
I mean, he's been putting up just video game numbers in every game all year. As a Longhorn fan, that is just straight up true. Which, of course, the Longhorns are back in action, taking on Kansas State.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
I forget who I was talking to the other day, but I said that this is a crazy stretch for UT football. We can either go, we can be on a 4-game losing streak and not make a bowl game, or we can go 4-0 and make another Sugar Bowl.
After being,
we could go 9-3 or 5-7.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
I mean, a lot of people are saying like it'd be impressive if we win one game left on our season.
UT was 4 weeks ago was number 7 in the country.
Yeah,
it's hard to think about. Yeah,
the mighty have fallen.
The mighty have fallen.
Maybe because they weren't so mighty to begin with.
Yeah, well, also our defense, we were playing with I think 60% of them out.
Yeah.
So.
I know it's a shame because we had a lot of good, solid young guys that we were expecting to be big playmakers this year, and almost all of them have been unable to play on the field.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I was hoping it was going to be a crazy year, but it happens.
I mean, if you think about it, next year is wide open for us.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it should be.
If everyone stays healthy, I think next year is going to be an amazing year.
Yeah,
so.
And it's going to be a huge bounce back. Sam will be a senior. He's not going to, want to go out not on top.
Yeah, that's true.
He literally believes he was born to play.
He bleeds orange.
Yeah, and he's going to do everything he can next year. I fully believe that. We'll be a little bit healthier. Tua will be gone. Joe Burrow will be gone.
True.
Jalen Hurts will be gone. Like, it's Sam Ehlinger's year.
It's Sam Ehlinger's year. I didn't even think about that.
Championship.
The only other two that's out there would be Jake Fromm and Justin Fields for Ohio State.
Yeah.
And he's the best player in the country.
Is Jake Fromm going to be back again?
I think so.
I feel like that dude's
I think he's a junior this year.
Okay, yeah, he'll probably come back, especially going into a draft class with all those other guys. Yeah, I mean, Baylor has been solid this year, but I don't think they're necessarily a threat. But I mean, their quarterback is a stud.
He is a stud, and Baylor has a chance if they go undefeated. Why not? They make the playoff.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
I think it's a low chance, but
yeah. I mean, it helps that LSU and Alabama are about to play.
It does. One team that I think is getting screwed over is Oregon.
Yeah. They've had a tough schedule.
Oregon played Auburn neutral the first game, led the entire game,
and lost
in the last 30 seconds, and now if they were going to be undefeated Pac-12 champions, it might not get in the playoff. Yeah. And they have the top 5 quarterback on their team, Justin Herbert. I think he's a stud.
Yeah, Herbert's a good. Yeah,
he's prototypical, he's like Burrow.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that's crazy. College football is a ride every year. I'm just glad we don't have the BCS system anymore.
Me too. I can't stand BCS.
We were banking on point digits, fraction of full points. It just made no sense. I mean, there was a year where, I mean, I know a 4 playoff committee still has its its downsides and its drawbacks, but it's got to be better than relying on computers to tell us what to do.
Yes. I still think that they should make it 8 playoff teams. That'd be awesome.
I think they should, just because it's hard to narrow down once you get to that 4th spot which team is deserving. Because a good team has been left out of that 4th spot. Almost.
And if they really want to make it easy, there's 5 Power 5 or 5 Power 5 conferences. Yeah. So the Power 5, and if they make it, just have 5. The winners of those conferences make the playoff automatically, and the other 3 are at-large bids.
Right. That makes sense to me. I agree with that. Look back at the year Notre Dame went to the playoff, or the couple of years that Notre Dame went to the playoff, and they were good all year. But who did they play?
Yeah, I think don't even get me started about Notre Dame. I can't stand them.
A team like Ohio State gets left out, who was really solid, or even Georgia or something like that.
Like the last year when Georgia didn't make the playoff just because they lost to Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, in the SEC championship, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
That team was a playoff team.
Yeah, although Texas did.
They did, but they were defeated when going to that game. They were so done with the system.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I'd be like this.
They've looked good this year too. They'll be a hard team to play in a bowl game, like this year. I don't know that they'll make the playoff. There's so much. Is there any baseball news going on that you wouldn't care about? I know.
MLB's over, so I mean, I think the most interesting news is, Steven Strasburg opting out of his contract. Pretty much, he said, I can stay with the Nationals, make $100 million in 4 years, but I'm good enough to go make more, and he has that on the line. Isn't that a crazy feeling?
Yeah.
That you can just leave $100 million on the table because you know you can get more. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, he's a really solid pitcher, and I mean, World Series MVP. It's like in the NBA with like Kawhi winning Finals MVP. It didn't. I mean, he led on the Raptors fan base for a while, but there was no doubt where he was going to go.
No,
the whole
of course,
time.
yeah.
And of course, the Clippers would do anything they could to take him.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, he's a Finals MVP. They were just lucky enough to be in LA and have Doc Rivers and
Steve Ballmer, a great owner.
Yeah. But I mean, even if that wasn't the case, he still wanted to play in LA regardless. So that helps being located in his hometown.
Yeah,
he really wanted to
true.
go.
True.
Yeah.
And then now he's load managing.
Yeah. All the NBA.
People were pissed about that. I'm like, well, if you have the power to do that, why not?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, any team can do this if they allow it to happen. If they allow it to happen with Kawhi, then any other team can do it with their star player. And if they do decide to not allow it to continue, then, we'll just go back to playing or whatever, fatigue being a factor. But it's interesting to think about, it was excusable, I guess, to the league last year because Kawhi was his first year back from that injury that he suffered with the Spurs, but he was definitely fresher than anyone else he was playing against in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, he had a solid supporting cast around him, but the Warriors were depleted.
Maybe they should have taken some games off during the season.
Yeah, like I'm not sure that if Kawhi had played 70 games last year, that doink game winner against the Sixers goes in. I'm not sure that he plays as fresh as he was, and it's smart, but is it fair if you're allowing that but not allowing it overall? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an issue.
It's just a big argument is the fans paying to go see their favorite players.
Right.
And when you're a star, you should play every game if you're healthy, but
Yeah, I don't know that the fans should have any say in what.
That's what I agree too. If you're not the one out there playing every day,
yeah,
so.
You're supporting a team, and if you pay for a team's ticket to see a player, that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Spurs fan, we really had to learn that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why he left though, because the Spurs didn't like him doing that, and he was like,
I mean, we didn't like him not communicating. I think is more what it is. But I mean, we sat. We were the team that initially started the whole debate on resting players just because they play 82 games. And back when David Stern was commissioner, he fined Greg Popovich and the entire Spurs organization for sitting Tim Duncan, Monty Ginobili, and Tony Parker against the nationally televised Heat game against LeBron and Wade and all that. And Pop kind of did it just to prove that, hey, my players need rest.
Mm-hmm.
And David Stern didn't like that, but Stern was always kind of against.
I don't think any people like Stern as much as they did Adam Silver.
Adam Silver, yeah, I mean, the NFL tried to buy him.
Yeah.
I know he's put in for him to come over, and he was like, "No, I'm good," which I don't blame him at all.
He's a good. I think he's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Commissioner.
Allowing your entire league to understand that even if they say something the league doesn't agree with or that he doesn't agree with, that's their right. It's something that Roger Goodell could really.
Roger Goodell is I don't think many players like Roger Goodell.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only ones who do are the rich owners that are working with them, and it's just
not many.
Keeps getting renewed. And it's
he makes a lot of money.
Yeah, he does. wants to go out and suspend people he doesn't like, Zeke, Tom, whoever. We have about 15 minutes left for this broadcast, and we may actually end a little early tonight just because it is the final broadcast. And, we both got to get going on our weekend, as does everyone out there. So we're going to take a quick break for a message from our sponsors and be back to kind of wrap this up and let the playoffs take over for next week. Thank you for tuning in to SHN Football Friday here on SHN Sports, and we'll be right back.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at GeorgetownJewelry.com.
Welcome back to the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio, where we are just about done here for the final week of the regular season for SHN Sports. Playoffs are upon us officially starting now. Practices will begin. Playoff games will be played next week. You can catch all of the Georgetown, Eastview, and a couple of the other games on the network. Their playoff action will be live for us as well. Our thanks to Travis Banks for calling in tonight. Thanks to Rob Hipp and everyone here at SHN Sports. Thanks to my dude Seth for stopping by, the intern coming by, and we wish everyone a safe and warm, wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful playoff season.
Playoff season for sure. We may, do more for the playoffs. We'll see, and work all that out as we get there. But for now, enjoy your weekend and have a good start to November. Catch you next time.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful